just fucking happened.
We is live.
Submitted for the approval of the 1 o'clock society.
It's 2:30 over here. I don't know how long.
Yeah, you can't. That's not an appropriate thing to say when you go live around the world.
Fuck that. I'll say what I want to say because people know they're in the fandom zone. You guys want to hear something funny? I have been.
Yeah,
and I know.
Perp, tell me the story.
You son of a bitch. No. No, I have been channel surfing, right? Okay? And I want to call attention.
I don't want to hear what porn you were watching.
No, that's later when we get Lethal on here. Because me and Lethal gotta talk about the new Captain Marvel form that came out. I'm sure we both pre-ordered.
Y'all really see that? Y'all really watch that bullshit?
No.
Yeah, because it's not Brie Larson.
Oh my god.
I never said I had a problem with the character. I have a problem with the person portraying the character. Anyways. Yeah, true. Anyways, no, I was channel surfing today and I saw Tommy doing an excellent job moderating for Second Street Marvel. And anyone who has a chance, they should go check him out because he had no, Second Street Marvel. He was doing a what does he call it? The something. What's the title? No.
He was doing his
Trailer thing.
Yeah.
Oh
shit! Where'd it go? I know it's in my feed somewhere because I was watching it earlier when he was talking about him. And which comics he could read and couldn't read because it was getting to be too many. He's like, I only got so much time and I only got so much money that I can be spending on comics.
Yeah, and I found it all very interesting. So if you guys like a good breakdown of, yes, I'm going to say it, PB, source material.
Source material.
Yeah.
How many people got in chat right now?
Not sure.
We got 4 people.
Allegedly.
4 people.
I don't think that's true, but
I want to ask the people. Well, yeah, I was gonna wait till more people came in, but I want to ask people: do you know who this character is that I am using as my avatar?
Everybody, if you know, go ahead in the chat, give your guesses, and then Purple will reveal to you later who the character is. So we're gonna build some suspense here. But yeah,
okay.
And then
you can try.
And then, motherfuckers, I saw these guys, Rian and the gang, start a midnight stream. And I'm like, you motherfucker.
Why is that still happening?
I don't know. I know it started at midnight.
No, it's over.
Yeah, I know it started at midnight. I was just ripping on them because I'm like, it's a good thing I moved this stream to 1 because now I have the theater. Which, by the way, funny story for everyone who's here, we actually had someone who had to be apprehended in the theater today. So that was
how many funny stories are you going to tell? Because I haven't laughed yet.
Are you the one that needed to be apprehended?
Nah, I wish. It would have saved me from that boring-ass clothes. No, we had someone drink a whole bottle of Captain Morgan and pass out in the men's bathroom. And then... Fun. Oh, yeah. And then we asked him to get up, and he was a Mexican fellow. And when the security guard said handcuffs, he spoke English. No. I don't live in Oregon.
Oh, man.
Man, this dude was like, it started out like, oh, he was fine, and then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I'm gonna drive home, and the armed security is like, you can't walk, so I can't let you legally drive home. I can, however, call an Uber or something. And so we get outside and he's like, no, man, are you trying to put your hands on me? I wish I had a camera. I'm like, motherfucker, he hasn't touched you. Go ahead and get a fucking camera.
No, you should have said there is a camera. It's across the street watching you right now. It's fine. Just continue living life. Bye-bye.
Oh my god, it was hilarious. We had to call the actual police. And then this bitch on the thing asked me what's my address. And I said it's Hillside Cinema on Hillside Road off of 94. How the fuck do you not have the only theater in Delafield on your dispatch?
Delafield. What the fuck is a Delafield?
It's probably a to double check that you're not pranking them.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, I'm on Hillside.
You don't know the address to where you work, do you?
Nah, man. I've never gotten asked, hey, where's the Hillside Cinema? I just assumed it was on a road called Hillside, and I was fucking right.
You do what we do over here in the East Coast, or just mainly in Jersey. Be like, it's around the corner. That's how you'll get a response. Be like, yeah, it's down the corner. It's around the corner. Five fucking blocks away and shit. Like,
they'll find it eventually.
Right. Just hit that corner. Yeah.
So, welcome everybody to the Fandom Zone for the extra late night edition because Joker. But you know what? I actually don't have.
They can show Joker that late at night without people getting wild.
Apparently, we had Captain fucking Morgan here. I blame the Joker because of Joker.
He drank it in the theater.
No, he drank it. He started in the theater because he was using one of our cups and then pouring it in. And I think he moved the party to the bathroom.
That sounds like y'all fault.
Yeah, man, I ain't frisking people up there. Fuck that shit. They don't pay me enough. I am not gonna look. Go ahead.
Nah, did you guys see that Freddie Prinze Jr. shit? That clip of him going off?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
I didn't see the clip
because it has to do with Star Wars.
3 minutes.
I'll play it.
Awesome.
Yeah, he talks out of his ass. It's funny. I'll play that.
He sounds like you when he's angry.
No one can do a rant like Zod.
I'll say he makes some good points.
I mean, I doubt it, but
not according to the EU people.
Everybody who's here should tweet out what they're doing right now.
Oh, of course they're gonna be in it. I'll be like. I mean, if I was one of these EU people, I'd be in my phones too, because like people see a 1 minute clip and just don't even go watch the full clip. Like what's going around on Twitter is just like that. It's just like a 1 minute clip. But I was like, there has to be more to this, right? I was just like, all right, let me see the full clip. It was like 3.5 minutes.
Well, we better get the full clip, Zod. I don't want this 1 minute clip. I need the 3 minute clip.
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now. So whilst we're waiting, let's go down the line to Perp. Go ahead, tell them about your channel and all the great stuff you have.
Yeah, this Perp. Shouts to the shit at. You know, we in this bitch. You feel me? You smell me?
No.
I just put up. I put up a few videos today. One with Little Monsters. One review of Little Monsters. That's the Lupita Nyong'o movie. It's like an Australian horror movie. Then I dropped a review on Are You Afraid of the Dark? The reboot, part 1. And I also reviewed El Camino for all the Breaking Bad fans out there. You know what I'm saying?
Which was fire. We got to talk about that.
Yeah.
No,
Disney Plus
we
who?
don't, but we can.
Disney Plus who?
Yeah.
But yeah, we in this bitch. You feel me? Shouts to chat.
All right. And we have the commander, the co-host, and the man on time tonight. Because we're talking Star Wars first.
That's what I was told. Yep, I'm PB. You can find me at Pop Culture PB on YouTube and on Twitter. I talk Marvel and Star Wars. And I'm lucky to be in the Fandom Zone tonight to talk about Star Wars, but not so lucky to be in the Fandom Zone to talk about Hashtag Jared Leto.
Oh, there's a funny thing. There's a reason why I hashtagged that, and I figured that would grab everyone's attention right away.
I don't mean to cut into the intros, but yeah, what is going on with this candy corn shit, y'all? Let that shit gotta stop. I'm tired of
Candy corn is trash.
Candy corn is nasty. Like, what are we talking about?
Whether or not it's nasty.
Oh.
That's it. So you're on the right side.
Okay.
I'm on the side of I'm fucking Switzerland and I just want peace. That's it. I just want people to eat the candy they want to eat. I don't want to take sides.
Did you not see the meme that was on Twitter?
I didn't see the newest. No, I haven't caught up to that.
No,
stuff.
not the newest. The one from yesterday that the Senate made with the Justice League fighting the Legion of Doom.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was like, and then I saw what it was about. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
yeah, after the Senate made it, I was like, well, apparently I'm going to start using a bunch of Joker gifs.
And I'm just looking at them like, I was off for a while because I was with a mythical unicorn, and I come back on and there's a fucking Twitter war over candy corn. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, children, stop fighting. We can all eat different candies. I refuse to
Except for candy corn, because it's trash.
trash juice. I don't even know what the fuck it is. Like when you eat that shit, like what is that supposed to taste like? What is it? Why does that taste like?
It don't taste like nothing. That's a problem. Like just drink sugar.
That shit tastes
just go buy a bag of sugar and drink it. It'll taste better.
So, on your corner of the world, the candy corn war continues. Let me address the chat before we start jumping into. Yes, I know. Go ahead and say it, PB. What are we going to talk about first?
Star Wars.
All right. So before we jump into that and play that hilarious fucking Freddie Prinze Jr. rant, and no, he does not rant like me.
I swear to God, I was like, "Yo, this is like a Zod rant right here. Like this is how Zod goes off."
So it may be. I heard him dropping F-bombs. I'm like, shit. The comparison.
Yeah, he was going off. He dropped at least like 10 F-bombs.
I was like, this motherfucker really stole my gig. Hey, so Geekocidal Tendencies, what's up? Sexy bitchy unicorn, what's up?
Wait, there's a new person called Sexy Bitchy Unicorn?
I ad-libbed that. Tommy, what's up? Butterfingers, my favorite of all the golden fingers. What's up? Trey Courtney, good to see you in here. Grim Monolith, good to see you. And I want to just read out the comment right here. She said, thank God you're on, Zod. I need something to laugh at. I've been writing and editing all night and answering comments as the Blizzard released their bullshit response tonight. My head, it aches. Well, we're here.
Bullshit response to what? I want them to respond. Tell me what they were responding to. Continue.
I think it's that thing we talked about last night. And hey, Stone Cold Jeremy, good to see you on here. Mox Rocks, good to see you. I always fail at least once, so you know you can definitely say fail 102.
He's keeping track of our episode numbers. It's excellent.
Yeah, because I'm gonna lose count eventually, and I want to, know when I reach 200. So let's get down to business. The first thing that I want to talk about before we get into the Freddie Prinze Jr. fiasco is our favorite person that we all love here, and that
Star Wars
loves. In Star Wars,
Ray.
Brie Larson.
I love Ray.
Rian Johnson.
Oh fuck.
The dude that spells Ryan with an I and not a Y.
Ryan Johnson.
Yo, wait. He kind of looks like Proper. If you just like your eyes look, he looks like Proper. That shit threw me off for a second. This is what Proper's gonna look like in 30 years.
So apparently Rian Johnson doesn't even believe he's gonna get a trilogy. It's like it's about fucking time you realize that. Stick to like Knives Out, your Clue remake. Star Wars: The Last Jedi writer and director Rian Johnson has raised doubts that his potential new trilogy for the franchise will actually get made. Ahead of the release of The Last Jedi, Lucasfilms announced that Johnson was already developing a brand new trilogy of Star Wars films, which would be set in a different corner of a galaxy far, far away and would revolve around all new characters. In the years since, Johnson has remained pretty tight-lipped about his idea, simply repeating that he is working on the scripts and never gave any indication that the film wouldn't see the light of day. That was until, bang, Showbiz asked Johnson whether he had any plans to return to the Star Wars franchise, which provoked him to respond, "We'll see. I am still talking to Lucasfilm, and they are figuring out what they are doing. We'll see what happens. I'd be thrilled if it happens. I am working on my own stuff too." Because it's not fucking happening.
It's the only thing he's working on.
Johnson's remarks regarding Disney's more cautious approach with Star Wars echo CEO Bob Iger's previous comments on their plans for the franchise. While Force Awakens, Rogue One, and The Last Jedi...
Wait, making Lando Calrissian pansexual is being cautious?
Apparently.
Okay, continue.
Wow. Wow. The Force Awakens, Rogue One, and The Last Jedi each thrived at the box office upon their release, grossing over $4 billion combined. The failure of Solo, a Star Wars story, which was dogged by production problems and failed to make $400 million worldwide, provoked Iger to tell the New York Times, "I just think we might have put a little bit too much in the marketplace too fast." Bullshit, Iger. Bullshit. You didn't fucking put too much Star Wars out. You can never have too much Star Wars. You put out shitty Star Wars films, and everybody fucking hated them. So now you pulled everything because you lost faith. You lost faith because your writers are shit, Bob. Your writers are shit. Make your fucking book, and can we please get a new CEO? And fucking burn Kathleen Kennedy at the stake. Disclaimer. Disney.
I would say they put out 2 shitty films, a mediocre film, and then one that was pretty good.
The one that's pretty good, I'm guessing you're saying, is the Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I land too. Disney will be hoping that Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker will reignite interest, which it won't, when it is released on December 20th. If it does, it might just save Johnson's planned trilogy too. So, before I get to
but if it reignites interest, you would think that would make them, like, if it, let's say it makes $1.8 billion, you would think they would want to give JJ a trilogy over Rian.
Oh, yeah.
No, I wouldn't give JJ no trilogy.
We're talking about money here. Disney's looking at the money. They go, you made 2 movies. Both of them were more successful. Neither of them had Luke Skywalker in them. So, what the fuck, Rian?
Now, here's the
everything
thing.
else is the same, other than you want to say, oh, well, the first one had Han Solo. Well, I don't think he's as big a draw in Star Wars as people think that he is.
Now, but here's the thing. I think, and I really hate to admit this, but this is just going based on what I hear around the water cooler and what I hear from people that are moviegoers. I think there's actually more excitement for Knives Out than there was for Rian Johnson.
Talking to parents.
This isn't my Terrence prediction because Terrence hyped that up. I think there's because of the cast. He has a very strong cast in that movie. I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis is coming off of doing one of the best Halloween we've seen in years. He's got a lot of good people in that movie. So I think the intrigue behind the movie is the draw there. But I think that Rian needs to stick to shit like that. He does not need to be touching anything in the Star Wars universe, or I'd even say in sci-fi fantasy in general. He just fucking sucks. So, I mean, that's my own personal take. Trey Courtney, I don't think that J.J. Abrams is going to ruin DC. I think DC has
it's already shit.
Enough strong people.
DC is fun.
You can't.
We're talking about the movies. They got.
Well, then, if we're talking about the movies, we just had one of the biggest movies ever.
Yeah, which ain't connected to anything and ain't gonna have a sequel.
It's still DC. It's labeled DC. It's a DC character.
Yeah,
it's
I
still
feel
a
like
DC
he
film.
means. I feel like he's talking about the EU.
You gotta count everything, even if it's the EU.
No,
it's like
when if people are talking about a specific thing, and I guess he can correct me if I'm wrong, they're not saying that all of DC is going to be destroyed because JJ ain't in charge of all of it. He's only in charge of the DCEU. So I don't think that he's talking about all of DC when he says that JJ is going to destroy it. That don't make any sense because he's not in charge of all of DC.
The DCEU is still alright because, like, look, you got Man of Steel, which I think is still a solid movie. BVS, it's whatever. Suicide Squad's whatever. Then you got Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Shazam, and Joker. That's four straight. They've been doing good so far.
Joker isn't in the DCEU.
We don't know that.
Yeah, we do. They told us it's a standalone.
Yeah, but it still ties into Batman, so I still count it.
Ties into a Batman.
They could change that at any moment, and even Joaquin is even talking about like he'd be interested to do it if you know what I'm saying.
If Todd Phillips was on board, he said he'd come back to it. So we don't know. They could choose. I think the smart play would be to tie it in with the Matt Reeves Batman coming out.
That would make a ton of sense.
It would make sense, which is how you know it's not going to happen.
Well, how many times though have we seen that money talks? I think they were waiting to see how well this movie was going to do. Now that the box office is strong, they're going to wait to see if it holds. And if the box office holds and it holds at 1, then I think that they will connect it.
Put it this way. If Joaquin gets nominated, we don't know yet. If he gets nominated, they definitely going to greenlight a sequel.
Yeah, because they won't go on win because the Oscars are trash. But if he at least gets a nod for it, they're definitely going to. I'd say they're even going to go off of the box office. If it holds as a strong box office, they're definitely going to greenlight a sequel.
Dude, you are the one who told me that Joaquin Phoenix as an actor doesn't do sequels.
And you were the one who told me that money talks.
Yeah, but I'm not the one sitting here arguing against my point.
Fair enough.
I'm well aware that it's fair.
All they have to do is keep this momentum and just if they keep to the formula where they keep the DCEU stuff PG-13 and their standalone movies or whatever they want to do with like the rated R characters, that would be an interesting thing to see going forward.
Definitely. And
It would
before
be
we
interesting because when's Wonder Woman supposed to come out?
June.
So that's got to make $1 billion. It has
Which it
to.
will.
If it doesn't, they're doing something wrong. Seriously. Like if you can
Yes.
get Aquaman to make $1 billion, and now you already have an established character that people love, and the first movie I would say probably underperformed for how good the story was. I don't see how the second one shouldn't do better.
Oh yeah, and there's definitely momentum for that film. But before we continue, I want to highlight something Grid Monolith said because I give him a shout out. The channel I edit and write for Dark Titan Enterprises will cross 12,000 subs tonight and gaining at 75 to 100 subs a day. Go, go, go. All thanks to World Outrage Against Blizzard. So congratulations, and go check that out, everybody.
Right, so the world is more outraged at Blizzard than they are at China?
I think it's because of the position.
But even with, I wanted to say this about even with Birds of Prey, even though like it's kind of mixed. Some people, there's
Oh,
some
that's
people
the
that
next
said,
one.
because a lot of people said like just based off the trailer, some people said the Birds of Prey trailer looked better than the Joker trailer, which I was like, all right, I guess, but I still think Birds of Prey is still gonna make a lot of money.
Well, I mean,
I
a
don't
lot
think
of
it's gonna
money
flop.
compared to what?
I just
You
don't
gotta
think it's gonna flop.
Oh, you're right. It's probably not going to be in the solo range, but it needs to be bigger than Suicide Squad if they think that it's going to make any kind of a real impact. And even if that's the case, that still puts
But
it
then I thought about
well
it.
behind of everything that Marvel's doing. That's like a small opening for Marvel. That's a small movie.
But
You're in the 600, $700 million range.
But what's gonna kill Birds of Prey? You know what movie comes out the week after? It's the Kingsman prequel.
Which I watched the trailer for that. That looks pretty bitchin'.
Yeah, I like that they're getting away from what they did in the second one because the second one was trash.
It was all right.
I don't think I've seen either of those movies, and that trailer still looked great.
Oh man, Kingsman is dope.
I think I've seen parts of it, like when it's been on TV or something like that, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. And then I, see what it is, and I go, oh, I probably shouldn't just pick up in the middle of this movie because I need to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, it was good for what it was. I think the first one, artistically wise and story wise, was a lot tighter. The second one jumped into politics, and I hate when they do that. So,
yeah, I see. Trey Courtney. He said JJ's gonna do a Superman movie. I don't think.
Yep, that's what I was just reading.
I don't think he's gonna do Superman. Because a lot of people want Patty Jenkins to do a Superman movie.
Yeah, I've heard that talk too.
I would think that just because it's JJ, he doesn't necessarily need to do it. Because if that were the case, you would have thought that he would have said, well, I have to use Luke Skywalker in The Force Awakens. He's the #1 old character. I absolutely need to use him. He didn't use him at all.
I think what JJ, if he goes over there, he's going to do a Green Lantern. He's going to do Green Lantern.
Now that would that would be interesting.
I think he'd
there
do
are
it
definitely lots of
better.
lens flares that would make sense in Green Lantern.
Him and his fucking lens flares. But still,
well, I mean, we got to get a new Superman. Henry Cavill ain't doing it anymore.
No, that dispute is too deep.
You know who they could cast? They could cast Ben Affleck. He's just got to grow his hair out.
Now, if they're going to cast a new Superman, get somebody that's in their 20s, so you could keep him around for like 15 plus years or something like that.
Yeah, lock him into one
Yeah,
of the long
I
contracts.
can't think of anybody off the top of my head that is that age and fits that bill. I don't know. We could dip into well, halfway dip into the other side. Go get one of the other Hemsworth brothers.
And like he doesn't necessarily have to be big like Henry Cavill. You're not going to find another person like that, obviously. But
Oh,
like,
well, no, you could totally find another person like that. Absolutely, you can. Like, I know we all think that he's going to be Black Adam, but I mean, if The Rock was Superman, that'd be an awesome Black Superman.
no.
Idris Elba for life.
As Superman?
Yes. I buy Idris Elba as James Bond, Superman.
You
I
only buy him as Superman because you watched Hobbs and Shaw.
And I just want him in the movie once to say, "I'm Black Superman, bitch." That was like the greatest line I've heard in a movie in a long time. When I heard that, I was fucking laughing out loud. I'm like, yes, you are, Aegis. Yes, you
But
are.
I think if they do recast Superman, it's going to be, you know who they should just get that could bulk up though? Like he probably won't get as yoked as like Henry Cavill, but he could get pretty damn big. Is I'm telling you, like DC needs to get Zac Efron in something before like Marvel.
I'd buy him. I'd definitely buy Zac Efron. 110%.
Oh, he's so short.
He's not that short. Like he's like 6'1".
Yeah, that's short for Superman.
How tall was Henry Cavill? He was like
Henry Cavill's like 6'4".
He's not 6'4".
Look it up, Zod.
All right, I am going to
type in Henry Cavill height. It'll tell you right there at the top. Don't take much.
I am surprised that Warner Brothers didn't go with Zac Efron for Batman, though. I'm kind of surprised at that.
That would have been interesting. But they needed to cast a Batman that sparkles.
People are sleeping on Robert Pattinson, but like I'm telling you,
I will never sleep on Robert Pattinson. I don't like vampires like that.
No.
Henry Cavill is 6'1".
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so how tall is Zac Efron then? Look it up.
There we go. Zac Efron is 5'8".
Movie magic.
Fucking 5'8" Superman. They be like luchador Superman. Are you fucking kidding me? You want a 5'8" Superman?
He'd be like Saitama, One Punch Man.
Oh my god.
And
itty bitty Superman.
Hold on a second.
Superman that looks like One Punch Man.
I just want to address something in the chat. I notice you, bitchy. No, just a comment she made.
What do you mean?
She put, "Hey guys, I'm back. LOL. Maybe Zod will notice me, or will notice this time."
Finally.
So,
but Warner Brothers uses a lot of in-house people. It's like, and Zac Efron's one of them. So it's like,
how's he a Warner Brothers in-house person?
He's been in a lot of Warner Brothers movies. Like the last, I'm pretty sure wasn't
he's a movie star.
He has done a lot of stuff with Warner Brothers, but I don't know how that translates between like franchises. Like,
yeah, you're not casting an itty bitty Superman.
You can do a One Punch Man. It'll work.
This is not an anime. This is not a manga. It's a comic book.
If it was, it'd be better. My Hero Academia
because it wouldn't be Superman.
My Hero Academia season 4 starts today. Shit is lit. Let's get it.
All right. So, submitted for the approval of the Fandom Zone Society, I will play a crazy ass white guy.
How long is this clip?
It's 3 minutes and 22 seconds.
All he needs is his hair slicked back, and you got Zod.
Oh my god! All right,
Are we expecting anybody else to show up? Do I need to be watching in the back?
Yeah, I sent out some links. We'll see who comes.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, so here we go. And we're going to play this for you guys. And then chat, go ahead, light up the chat. Let us know what you think about Freddie Prinze Jr.'s
And really, just
rant.
listen to everything he says and don't just have select hearing, because I know some people have select hearing.
I did a Star Wars cartoon, so even I get hate from Star Wars fans when I'm like, look, dog, you're just mad the franchise isn't aging with you.
Right.
But that ain't how it works. The first one was for fucking kids.
Right.
The second 3 were for different fucking kids. And this one is for kids. You just pissed off that Han Solo gave the fucking Millennium Falcon to a girl.
Yes.
That's it. Because Luke Skywalker's Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
Okay? He can talk to
What?
things that don't speak English and understands what they're fucking.
So he's
Did you
not
have
a
any-
Star Wars fan.
He gets a fairy godfather instead of a fairy godmother who teaches him how to be the best Jedi in the world in no time fucking flat. And everybody, like, I know more about the Force than most people because Dave Filoni taught me and George Lucas taught him. And all these video games are fucking you up on what the Force is. Like, Luke's skill doesn't dictate whether he wins or loses.
Right.
The Emperor doesn't dictate whether he wins or loses. The Force dictates who wins or loses based on balance. And here's the quick version of all these people.
What was that?
That's a big negatory on that. That is not what balance in the Force is. Balance in the Force is the elimination of the dark side. It's not the dark side having to exist. It's not a real thing. That's a thing that Disney invented because they're fucking stupid.
People who fucking think they get to decide. In the first if you want to do this like time-wise, Palpatine, you would say, and Yoda are the smartest too. Palpatine clearly smarter because Yoda was blind to the power of the dark side and the seduction of Anakin. So let's talk about the seduction of Anakin fucking Skywalker for a second. If the Emperor is the smartest dude in the universe and knows that the Force dictates this, if he kills who he sees as a rival, Anakin, then he knows the Force is just going to fucking correct that because the Emperor knows this. These are George Lucas's words, not mine. So fuck you if you disagree with me. Straight up, this is information, not affirmation time. Straight up, man. So the Emperor knows that. So instead of killing Anakin, what does he do? He seduces Anakin to double the strength of the dark.
Doesn't fucking understand how that. He doesn't understand how he just talked himself into a corner, does he? Like, if he destroys Anakin, he never comes to the dark side. There's never that fucking swing. What is he talking about? That didn't make any sense. There's no logic in that statement at all.
Now, it gives us twins, Luke and Leia, 2 and fucking 2. Balance. And if you look at the movie through just that simple perspective, you not only know why
Pause it again. Pause it again. Pause it again. 2 and 2 fucking balance, except for, the other 2 Jedi that we know for a fact are still alive because they're going into seclusion. What a fucking idiot. Kind of forgot about those 2, didn't you, dumbass?
Guy loses, you'll know who's going to win and lose in the next fucking movies. I can tell you, I just don't want to wreck it. People bitch about the dumbest shit like it's archetype characters. This is George Lucas's words. There is no Jack Bauer in Star Wars. That character doesn't exist. It's not Han Solo. Han Solo's a reluctant hero, okay? He's a reluctant hero. That's the archetype. Darth Maul, where everybody wants to win, and he's everyone's favorite because he looks sick and he's great in the video games.
He does look cool.
Fuck you guys. He's Sisyphus. He is born to fail. Learn your Greek mythology like, I don't know, George fucking Lucas did. He's cursed to roll a boulder up the hill only to have it roll to the bottom again every single time for eternity.
Yes.
That is Darth Maul's quest.
Yes.
He's in on the joke, you guys. He knows it. He's just cursed to live that life. Again, not my opinion. It's Lucas's. So go fuck yourself if you disagree.
When?
You level up.
I'm going to have to look that one up. When George Lucas said Darth Maul explicitly was Sisyphus. Holy shit, I never heard that one before. That's new to me.
All I can hear is Zod talking right now.
in the Star Wars world. That's a fucking video game. There's no such thing as a gray Jedi. Qui-Gon even says, I turn towards the light because it's there. There's no gray. There's no, that's pretend fan fiction shit, which is cool, but don't try to canonize it because it doesn't work. And I'm never going to buy it ever. Star Wars is for fucking kids. Sorry. I'm sorry. I did a Star Wars cartoon,
Okay,
so even I get hate from Star Wars.
Yeah, well, I don't need to see that fucking stupid shit again. Oh my god. Wow. I can see why it went viral when you rant and rave like a fucking lunatic because you don't know what you're talking about, and then you try making some logical statement where you literally speak it into a circle that is a fucking square because it doesn't make any fucking sense, and then you state facts at the end of it that aren't even fucking true. Oh, twins, 2 and 2. Yeah, except that Obi-Wan and Yoda are still alive. You kind of forgot about those two guys. Like, who took the one fucking baby to Tatooine, you fucking idiot? But apparently he knows the Force though, because Dave Filoni taught him about the Force. Dave Filoni is a writer. Like, the Force isn't real. It's not a real thing. It's a thing in Star Wars. It's a thing in a movie. It's a thing in a TV show. It's the thing in, I guess, comic books now. And, I suppose then, but they don't count anymore. You know, we're only talking about what counts now. But they got new fucking comic books. It's not a real thing. He didn't teach you about the Force, you fucking idiot. You can't use the Force. And the Gray Jedi isn't a canon thing. It's just a term that Star Wars fans use to describe the in-between area between light and dark, as if light would be white or bright light, and dark would be a black or a shadow or something like that. So what would be in the middle between black and white? It's gray. So they just say, oh, well, it's a Gray Jedi. Because who wants to say, well, it's a middle-of-the-road Jedi?
Well, I mean, if you look at, like, let me see, Shadows of the Empire or any of those that, with like Kylo Katarn, who abandoned the Force but still knew of the Force, and towards the end reobtained his Force abilities because he kind of just like let them go dormant. He was considered a Gray Jedi because he did shit that was both light and dark side, and he could maneuver both sides of the Force without choosing either one. There's been a lot of different Jedis who did that. Fuck, even in the Clone Wars, there were Jedis that were like able to do shit on both sides. I mean,
well,
you could even Mace
Freddie
Windu,
Prinze Jr. only knows the dumb side.
So, like, yeah, I had no clue what the fuck he was going on about that. I mean, that is...
Well, I mean, do you want to focus on the first part? Because I was listening to John talks earlier, and he was focusing on the first part where people are just upset that he gave the Millennium Falcon to Rey. How the fuck does a corpse give anything away?
Oh, I made a joke. I think it was on Ryan Cadell's stream. I made a joke. I said, yeah, it was in his will. It was like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, you act like fucking Han Solo had this big ceremony and said, yeah, Rey, before I get fucking stabbed in the chest, Rey's going to be the one who's going to inherit everything. She's going to get the fucking dice and the Millennium Falcon and the robot that Lando loves. It's all in my fucking will. I'm gifting it to Rey. Nothing like that happened. He just died. Someone was like, oh shit, well, we can't leave this ship here. So Rey was like, I'll take it. She was like, I don't have shit to do, so I guess I'm going to do what I always did.
I think he was just talking about, like, I think he was just talking about, like, it's obviously exaggerated. He probably just talking about, like, the nitpicks and stuff. Like little shit.
Nobody has If you can talk about the nitpicks however much you want, but you got to use real nitpicks then. Like, how come Han Solo never knew that Chewie's bowcaster could do that to somebody, and in this movie is the one where he's like, oh, well, this is really cool, I gotta get one of these. Like, they've been working together for however many years in the first movie, in the second movie, in the third movie. You'd think he'd know how the fucking bowcaster works at some point, but nope, he only found out at that point how the bowcaster works. You got to get your nitpicks right. You can't give the Millennium Falcon away. Because, yeah, if you want to say that's what he meant, well, then maybe at some point in his fucking rant, he should say what the fuck he means instead of just spouting gibberish.
I mean, I understand getting
because what he means to say, if that's what you mean, is, well, man babies are just upset that Disney gave the Millennium Falcon to Rey because she's got nothing to do with Han. It should have went to Chewie or back to Lando or hell, back to Leia, and it's just another one of the ships in the Resistance.
Yeah, I mean...
But no, he didn't say any of that because he's an idiot.
And like, here's the thing. I can remember hearing a lot of the different complaints, and I never once, and maybe it's just me, chat, you can respond back to this, but I never once remember hearing someone go, man, think he fucking Rey the Millennium Falcon, that's it, I'm out. Because giving it to her because she's a female. I didn't hear that from anyone.
Nope.
It was more shit like they kind of killed Han Solo half-assed. This is a copy and paste of New Hope. Shit like that. But I never heard people actively bring up anything about who got the fucking Millennium Falcon. As a matter of fact, on my list of complaints of the film, that would be like not even non-existent. I didn't think about that shit until he said something about it.
No, because there's no point in the movie. There's no point in that movie that you would think she has possession of it, because after he dies, Chewie is in the Millennium Falcon the entire time. The entire freaking time. It's not until The Last Jedi where she just is in it all alone when she has the greatest shot of all time, taking out 3 TIE fighters with 1 blast.
Now, I want to point out something that annoys me about this whole thing. And,
Just one?
well, I mean, this is my main one. I hate when these people who are high on themselves treat us like we're idiots and we're picking out little stuff that they prove they're idiots because it's only stuff they notice, okay? From a critiquing movie fucking story standpoint, okay? No one who analyzes shit picks out those things. We pick out things that are like breaking character or story per se, okay? But, I mean, they act like we're just, like, bagging everything, and it's not. It's the big shit that broke shit that we have a problem with, not the little shit. You can change little things here and there, and we'll glaze over it. But when you try to fucking tell me that Luke died from a fucking heart attack after not fighting in an epic scene that did not happen because he wasn't on the fucking planet, that I have an issue with. But
That
who the
shit was
fuck
epic.
got the Millennium Falcon? I don't give a shit. I
What do
don't
you
care.
think is epic?
The shit that Luke did at the end of The Last Jedi?
Oh, you mean nothing? Just creating an apparition is epic?
Yeah, that's pretty OP. It's like you
No,
would beat
it
someone ass.
wasn't OP at all, because then it was universe breaking, because apparently you can die from using the light side of the Force. That's like dying from using marijuana. It don't happen.
He literally used the after image. That shit's OP.
He did not use an after image. A projection is not an after image. That ain't the same.
Yeah, I
After
don't know.
image means that you were already there. He didn't go anywhere. He just floated above a rock. He flew.
Like,
It was like, hey, I'm going to make these people see something so that they can retreat into a spot where we just told everybody there's no escape from. But I'm such a fantastic writer that there actually is an escape out the back.
subverting expectations, yeah.
That's the only reason any expectations are subverted in that movie is because he explicitly lays out what the expectations are going in.
Yeah.
At no point in the movie are your expectations subverted by you assuming what is going on and then going, oh, fuck, man, I was wrong. No, they tell you, hey, this is what's happening. And then, nope, that's not how it works. There's no escape. There's no way to get out of the backside of this. And then there was the whole time. Like, it was always there. Like, obviously, whoever built that fucking base knew it was there and either lost the plans or decided not to keep that blueprint or something like that. And they were like, oh, well, we're going to go to this one base that only has one fucking door. So if they find us there, we're totally effed. Smart.
You know,
Everything about it is dumb.
yeah, it was just like
It looked cool, though. I love that crystal fox.
Teach his own.
But I mean, you know, and just because you talk to one person who writes one universe doesn't make you a fucking expert, okay? Dave Filoni, I like his stuff. There's a split between people who like his stuff and people who don't. I don't give a fuck. I like his stuff. Fucking deal with it. But I have to say, what he created was his own thing. It was its own universe. So you can't come from that universe and say, oh, well, everything in Star Wars operates this way because I've talked to one fucking guy who told me this is how shit operates. No, it's how it operates within the canon you're working in. So in fucking Rebels, maybe shit worked like that. I didn't see too much outlandish shit in that show. That's just my opinion. But that doesn't mean that in the Star Wars movie, it operates the same as Rebels or Clone Wars because they're fucking cartoons. Yes, it is still like a form of media that you're watching, but one's a cartoon and one's a movie. Two very different things. So, I mean, to sit there and go, oh, because I did this cartoon, I understand how the fuck everything works. It's just asinine.
Especially when you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like, okay, if you say that you have this big perspective on George's work and you're quoting shit that is from other things, then you, at bare minimum, should watch the other things and take notes and be like, okay, comparatively, this worked with this. These two things might be connected. I don't know.
Sorry, I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at a response in the chat because we were going back and forth about dying from the Force. And, who said it? Where'd it go? SpongeBob said, true, it was the dark side that aged its users. Before Disney, anyhow. And then Bitchy Unicorn said, but you could from the dark side, which means you can die from Zod's talking.
I am not connected to any of the Star Wars. Now, if we're talking Kryptonians, if you join me, you can live for years and look glorious.
And to join Zod, hit the subscribe button.
Great plug, Commander and co-host.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone that's here at the moment is, but tell your friends too.
Yeah, man. And if you like this great entertainment about us,
tweet it out.
Yeah, tweet it out and tell people, hey, we're talking about a stupid fucking idiot. And it's like, come on, Freddie.
We didn't even start talking about General Zod yet. Oh, you meant Freddie Prinze Jr. My bad.
It's like, come on, your claim to fame is that you married Buffy. Let's be real. Because Sarah Michelle Gellar's career is still a hell of a lot better than yours. He went to a show that got canceled.
Wait, what's Sarah doing?
Sarah's doing some kind of drama on some channel about.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
Look it up while you're talking.
Yeah, I'll
unless
look it up.
you can't use, all of your brain, or I should say you have to use all your brain for one thing. Go ahead, Bert.
After this year, I'm just done with Star Wars. Like, I'm not one of these people that said, like, no, Star Wars, no, I'm done.
Well, I mean, I'll be done with it when I see how season 7 of the Clone Wars goes.
And it's not even, like, I'm not even picking sides. It's just, like, it's one big headache. It's just like, yo, we just can't enjoy shit. It's just like,
I try to enjoy it, but when people come out and say completely ridiculous things with baseless facts, just because, oh, I used to work on a show and I talked to the guy that ran the show and he used to talk to George Lucas, so my second-hand, technically third-hand knowledge, I know exactly what I'm talking about compared to somebody who, maybe not any of us, but people who are 5, 10, 20 years older than us, they've been fans of Star Wars for a long fucking time. I have a feeling they know how it works a little better than you do because they've heard all of the same things from George that you have allegedly heard as well.
So I want to bring this up. So to make a comparison, you know how like there's some sports analysts that never played a sport in their life, but have all the opinions in the world. Is that like,
okay?
Is that kind of like?
I suppose it's kind of like that, but I'm always of the mindset that if you have the facts and details of what you're talking about, you are able to critique and criticize just about anything. Because I don't have to have played professional or NFL quarterback. None of us have ever been an NFL quarterback, at least that I know of. But we can all sit here and talk about it because we've all watched football. We know what it takes to play that position because we've seen other people do it the best in the world. All of us, I would think, at some point, except maybe Joe Montana, because I don't think I ever saw Joe Montana play, but all of us have seen the other best quarterbacks of all time play. We all seen Tom Brady. We've all seen Peyton Manning. We've all seen Drew Brees. We've all seen these guys, and we've seen what they have done on the field. So we're able to compare them to other people. So you have some knowledge about it. But yeah, I wouldn't sit there and listen to all of the deep insight that Charles Barkley has about football, because he probably only has a little bit of insight because he's watching basketball most of the time or playing golf because he's got to work on his swing about 10 hours a day.
Or putting on a wig.
Okay, Sarah
But
Michelle.
yeah, I don't think that you need to have...
Or eating churros.
Yeah, I don't think you need to have done a specific thing to be able to critique it, especially if you have seen other people that do it. Like all of us sitting here talking about movies, we say, well, the cinematography in The Joker is great compared to the cinematography of, I don't know, Spider-Man. Like, it's filmed better than Spider-Man. Spider-Man's a good movie. It's not as good a movie as Joker, but I don't think Joker is going to make as much money just because of, well, one being R-rated, that always, cuts into your profits. But
that's why.
Other than that, it's not being connected. That hurts.
But that's why I was bringing up that comparison, and like that's probably how like that's how Freddie and like these other these directors and stuff see like the fans or people that are watching these things. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, like everybody's a Monday morning quarterback.
So,
like, oh, well, if I was out there, I could do it better. No, not that I could do it better, but I can tell you how you can do it better. I can see what was done wrong. I'm not saying that I can physically go out there and do it, but if we're talking about like somebody who's making a movie, then yeah, I could have possibly been on set and said, hey, move the camera 5 feet to the right so we get a slightly better angle. Or when you're at, when you're filming Joker, make sure you're exactly in the center of the steps. There's stuff like that people are doing at their jobs to make sure that it's done properly. I mean, some of us can do basic things like that, or be able to tell people how to do it. Like, we all know how to give fucking orders. All of us have yelled at a kid before. Like, don't fucking do that. Like, you got to treat Rian Johnson the same way you treat your children. Dead silence? What happened?
oh, hey. So, like I was about to go off on my rant, I had to run quick and refill my bottle of water. But,
Oh,
the
Stay
Doton.
hydrated.
I thought I got disconnected for a second there. I was like, what the fuck?
But, no, I was going to say, here's the thing, man. You were the big shit in the 90s. You kind of made a comeback in the 2000s with the Scooby-Doo movies, and then he did 24 for a season, which was the worst season and essentially was the last season. Okay, Freddie Prinze Jr. is interesting because he hasn't done a fucking thing. Now, I looked up Sarah Michelle Gellar, and she not only was Freddie Prinze Jr. on Rebels, but so was Sarah Michelle Gellar for 5 episodes. Also, she was on the last episodes of The Big Bang Theory. She was in an episode called Stockholm Syndrome. And and she also is in the middle of doing a pilot for Cruel Intentions, which, if you guys know my channel, that is one of my fucking favorite movies. Definitely for that scene between her and Selma Blair.
Yeah. How many people we got in chat right now? I can't see.
12.
12.
Okay,
Has
now
anybody-
re-ask your question. I feel like we're done talking about Freddie Prinze, right?
Yeah.
I want people to guess who this character is as my that's in my avatar.
I mean, when I originally saw it, I had a guess, and then I was like, oh, I'm not so sure. But I'm not going to say anything to spoil it. I don't want to spoil anybody's fun guessing who it is.
We can tell you PB did not get the answer.
I just want to see who the real horror fans is.
PB guessed.
Oh, yeah, I didn't.
Ryan
So I heard we was talking about Jokers, and it's close enough to a Joker.
Butterfingers says Dead Silence. Nico says the girl from the Addams Family.
Curtis, he says Pinhead. That's
Mixed
wrong,
with
but
Pinocchio.
that's very close. That's wrong, but that's very close.
That's hilarious.
That is a character within this where this character is from. That's actually another character.
Who the hell is FPJ? Freddie Prinze Jr. I was like, what the fuck? Can suck a fat baby's cock. That's what Stone Cold Jeremy said.
I gave y'all a clue. You know what I'm saying? We just talk about Jokers. We talk about Joker, but you know what I'm saying? It's similar to a Joker. What else would you call a Joker?
Speaking of Joker,
that's originally what I thought it was. I thought it was the Joker. I was like, is that just a cartoonized Joker? No.
Speaking of Joker, Jared Leto is distraught about the decision to cast
He should be.
Phoenix as Joker.
I want to say something.
He's distraught about what?
He's distraught about their decision to cast Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker.
Joaquin.
Or Joaquin, yeah. Fuck it, it's 2:35.
That don't
He should
count. You
though.
only been going for an hour.
Fine. So,
Because to
He's
be honest,
distraught.
they kind of fucked Jared Leto up. Like they kind of fucked him over. You know, saying they cut most of
What are you
his scenes
talking
out of.
about?
I'm saying they cut most of his scenes out of Suicide Squad, and then now
He
people already
wasn't
have
gonna
that.
get this movie regardless of how many. He could
Not,
have
I'm
had
not, I'm
zero
not, I'm not,
scenes.
I'm not saying he's going to get this movie. I'm saying like you say with the backlash and everything, then you introduce this new Joker, which now
Which
people are
is
not even
way
going to look for.
better.
Yeah, but we don't know what Jared Leto's Joker could do because he was only in Suicide Squad for 5 minutes, not even.
That's
okay,
true. But
I'm gonna play the middleman in this and say I agree with both sides of this argument when I hear it. His version from what we've seen was meh, and I'm not gonna say it's the worst that I've heard. I've heard some beats that could have kind of been
So
Joker-esque.
wait. So Jared Leto is a bad actor now?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
I want to finish my point, but to what Perp is saying too, I agree. They didn't give him enough screen time, and I am a fan of Jared Leto's work. He is a good actor. He's a very good actor. He's a damn good actor. And I think that this falls on whether or not people like him as an actor because he does a lot of different kinds of roles. I mean, he was in the Dallas Buyers Club, which let's not forget that won a bunch of awards with Matthew McConaughey. It was a fucking great movie. He was in Fight Club. That was a great movie. He was in the new Blade Runner, and I thought his role was very good. He was in Requiem for a Dream, which is a phenomenal movie. I mean, he's got acting chops. I think where the fault lies is that the person who made Suicide Squad, that script was a clusterfuck, and they didn't give him. They did two really fucking weird storylines instead of focusing on one thing. They said, okay, well, this bitch who's being a weird witch won't attract people. So who can we get that will get people to see this fucking movie? Well, we have Harley Quinn, and if we don't put the Joker in there, people are going to bitch about that. So let's just throw Joker in there. And then someone said, oh, wait, we can't have them focusing on the Joker because it's about the Suicide Squad. So they cut out a bunch of his fucking scenes, and they just made it choppy by doing that.
They literally gave him nothing to work with, so that's why I was like, I give him the benefit of the doubt. So,
because he
man,
is
they
an
gave
actor.
him 5 minutes to work with, and
I
it's the worst 5 minutes of the movie.
I guarantee you, if they would have, instead of just making Enchantress the main villain, and they just focused and they made the Joker the actual villain, like they did in the animated movie, it'd have been a different. You probably had some mixed reviews, but like you'd probably be able to actually see what his Joker was able to do. You know, because like he was literally in only like 2 or 3 scenes.
Yep. And PB, this isn't like a Snyder Cut thing. I've seen like little snippets of things that were supposed to be in the movie. He has a whole fucking 5 or like 6 minute scene where he brought down that helicopter where the Suicide Squad was literally supposed to run into him before they get to the Enchantress, and they're supposed to have dialogue in there and like a little like mini fight in that movie, and it was all fucking cut. That's a pretty big cut.
He was supposed to pop up at the end where they're fighting Enchantress, and he was supposed to blow up that area and stuff. You saw half of his face was like burnt.
Yeah, and like there was,
they cut that out.
And they showed it in the movie where shit looked like it was blowing up, but they don't elaborate as to what happened, and I feel like that's a big problem within Suicide Squad itself. The cuts they made.
Nah, man, you ain't got to elaborate. It's a DC movie.
You know what? DC for life. Anyways. God damn it.
I'll give them this. They have now probably 2 of the top 3 greatest comic book movies ever.
That's true. That is very true. When it was originally announced that Todd Phillips had written and planned to direct the Joaquin Phoenix in a brand new origin story for Joker, movie fans were left a little perplexed. That's because we'd only just seen Jared Leto portray the legendary Batman villain in Suicide Squad, and audiences had expected to see plenty more of him in the DC Extended Universe. I just want to stop right there. This project was not, like you said before, going to connect to the Extended Universe. So, yeah, for many years to come, particularly because his screen time in Suicide Squad was so limited. It turns out that Leto himself was just as confused by Warner Brothers' decision to make a brand new Joker film. In fact, a new piece by The Hollywood Reporter on the origins of Joker has revealed that the Oscar-winning star from Dallas Buyers Club was both alienated and upset by the move. It's hard to see how Leto would actually return as the character, especially in the wake of the huge box office success of Joker, which broke box office records upon its release at the start of October. Look at that beautiful screenshot. Anyways, both Phillips and Phoenix have already started to tease their interest in returning to the villain too, with James Gunn already hard at work shooting his semi-reboot of Suicide Squad, which doesn't include the character. There just doesn't seem to be any room for anyone interested in Leto's Joker. All of which is a shame considering the intrigue and excitement that surrounded. No, okay, I'm just gonna stop right there. I'm a DC fan, okay? No, there was no fucking intrigue. Was I curious to see more of him in the Suicide Squad to get a fucking some kind of indication if he could have done it? Yes, but there's no intrigue. After I saw Todd Phillips' Joker, I said, nah, you're done, Leto. Sorry, buddy. Like, you're going to tell me that you're going to go from this. Hold on. Go up.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Oh,
You're
look, there's the picture.
You're going to go from this back to that?
But I'll say this, right? Because I had a conversation with somebody.
I thought he was going to laugh.
Somebody didn't like the Joker movie because it didn't depict, the Joker as this crime boss, and like every single because you look at Jack Nicholson's Joker, he's depicted as a crime boss. You know what I'm saying? Like he's he's feared, and you go to the Dark Knight's Joker, and he somewhat has a point, but I say that to say this, it's all obviously an origin, but with Jared Leto's Joker, before the movie came out, I thought he was going to go for like a more animated Joker, and I think that's what throws people off. Like a really just picture just Mark Hamill's Joker, but live action. That would throw people off. Like he's just super wacky, just over the top, and you don't know what he's gonna do, type shit. Like,
nah, man, you're right. That's what I was expecting, especially after I seen what he fucking looked like. I was like, oh, this one's gonna be the most similar to the cartoon ever, because he looks like a total fucking whack job, which isn't a bad thing if we're talking about the Joker. Like his look isn't horrendous. Like, his teeth might be a little over the top, but the hair and the skin is perfectly fine.
And
I don't mind the tattoos.
And here's the thing:
tattoos, I don't care.
I hate the crime boss bullshit, because if you look at even the cartoon, if we're not going by source material, but you use the cartoon as an outlier, Joker is not really a crime boss per se. He's a criminal, but he goes against other criminal elements. They showed that in Dark Knight. He was fucking robbing crime bosses.
Yeah, he's not a crime boss.
But
he's not a crime boss. He just does shit just because.
He's not the kingpin.
I know, but I'm saying, but he's also a super villain. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's not like a regular old villain. Like, oh, I'm just gonna rob this bank. We're not. No, like he's up there.
And we see his super villainness at the end of Joker.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I saw.
Yeah, exactly. Like that was it. I said to a lot of people, and I stand by this, even in my own review. I said it wasn't a Joker film that tried to put real world into it. It was the real world that they put the Joker in. It was grounded, and it was what would happen if the Joker was an actual person, and I like that perspective. It's the decline of a person into the villain.
And I can understand that, like, if somebody goes into the Joker and not liking it for that reason.
But people are fucking stupid because I heard these kids go, "Oh, I don't like this movie. I hate it because I don't get the ending." And I'm like, ugh.
And it's going to be one of those movies that over time people are going to appreciate. Like a lot of people, like there's going to be people that appreciate it now, but like over time, more people will appreciate it. As time goes on, you just gotta let things just marinate.
Right, you just gotta let Joaquin Phoenix die.
Yeah, that too.
All of which
every Joker will get better. As soon as Jack Nicholson dies, people will be like, "Man, best Joker ever."
That happens with musicians too. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're a rapper, you die, you selling more records than you ever did when you were living. It's fucked up. But
that's facts, though. Tupac and Biggie, R.I.P. All of which is a shame considering the intrigue and excitement that surrounded Leto's Joker. Bullshit. Original casting. The poor reaction to Suicide Squad immediately subdued this enthusiasm, though several critics did praise his performance and insisted they couldn't wait to see him given more screen time. Writer and director David Ayer ultimately took the blame for the lack of Joker in Suicide Squad, which is about time that a director mans up, admitting he wished he had made him the main villain, and I agree with that. So that's pretty much the article. But yeah, see, that was the problem. They had a split focus. Hey, Mama Bear.
What's up, Mama?
Hello, Mama Bear.
Perp, baby. Thank you for letting me in.
Oh, yes.
No
I didn't
problem.
keep you in the back too long, did I? Because
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, Perp.
So, Mama, you come from source material, okay?
Yes, I do.
A source material, cultured folks. Pun intended, PB. What do you think that if Leto was given more time, he could have captured the Mark Hamill zaniness that we envisioned his Joker would be?
No.
So you didn't see him at all being able to capture and intrigue the imagination. What if they gave him the main villain role?
Don't get me wrong, I liked some parts of him. He had the madness down, but he couldn't capture the laugh, and that is the key part of the Joker.
I agree. We heard his laugh.
I disagree. I disagree because he actually does have a dope laugh. I don't know why he went with that laugh because I forget what movie it is. I think it's Requiem for a Dream, where like he's beating up a chick or something like that, or chick's beating him up or something like that, and he starts laughing all crazy. I'll DM y'all it, but like that's the laugh I wanted because that shit's crazy. But
Yeah, do it, because he even said he struggled to capture that laugh.
Yeah, because whatever laugh he did in one of his past movies and shit, that shit was gold. I was like, yo, that's eerie, creepy. That whole that shit's funny as hell though. I like that shit.
It's funny, but it's not the Joker.
He is like, but he still had characteristics of a Joker because like the Joker
did.
is supposed to be psychotic and like he just straight up killed Common in like the first like what was it? The first little conversation. He looked at Harley Quinn the wrong way and just boom.
He just killed Common. Common was better looking.
Yeah, here's the thing is that he had the spontaneousness, and there were some lines, okay, that they showed in the trailer that I loved, where like he had that one doctor strapped down and he says, "This is gonna hurt a lot." And when he said that, I was go, "Oh yeah, that's Joker right there."
And like, and just look at how he was portrayed in that movie. Like everybody was afraid of him compared to like Heath Ledger's Joker. I don't want to compare it to. I'm just saying, like when Heath walked into the room with all those crime bosses sitting around, they didn't take him serious. They weren't like until he did something.
Yeah,
that's the whole point.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. I would agree that was done right because the Joker is this guy dressed up in clown makeup with a funny ass suit, where you're walking in the room with these mafia guys who have 3-piece suits and are strapped to the gill, and then you have this one motherfucker just come in and
that only knows how to do magic tricks.
Yeah, until he fucking slammed someone's face into a pencil and said, "Let's not blow this out of proportion."
But
that's Joker shit right there.
So you would agree with that? That's one of his traits, that he should be feared.
He should be feared, but he should be spontaneous. Like you should not know it.
He shouldn't be feared until after you see how crazy he is. Like you're like, oh, nobody knew who he was in that scene when he walked in the door at all.
That was actually the point I was just about to make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, yeah, that's the exact point. That was nobody knew who the Joker was when he walked into that scene. Versus Jared Leto, that's an established Joker. Like yes, they did show the fear against Leto, but it didn't feel as warranted as what Heath Ledger's Joker became feared as.
I mean, Perp, look at the Joker movie itself and the way that a certain scene went down that we all laughed at, because I'm not giving spoilers, but you two know what I'm talking about. That one particular scene. Did you expect the outcome to be the way it was? Because we all talked about it, and none of us did. And that's how it's supposed to be, because you're looking, and in your mind, you're going, is he going to let him live? Is he going to let him live? Right to the last fucking second. You're saying, is he just going to fucking just snap? That's what the Joker should invoke. It's like you should never. That's why he's one of the most compelling Batman villains, because Batman can size up anyone. He can predict what people are going to do before they even know what they're going to do. But the most dangerous thing and why Joker is his foil is because he is the direct opposite of Batman, and Batman cannot, for the life of him, know. He can have a guess at where he'll strike, but he's not going to know how he's going to do it, what he's going to use. He has to fucking bring everything in his utility belt. He could gas someone. He could bomb something. He could fucking just shoot someone in the head. That's what makes the Joker such an iconic villain, and that's what makes a villain iconic.
The next Joker interpretation of whatever I want to see on screen is like the Joker at his like at the like some like picture a Joker movie but Logan.
like already established.
Old Joker?
Yeah. Just like some Dark Knight Returns Joker type
Joker,
shit.
Yeah.
Joker Returns.
That
would be fun to see.
Have William Dafoe play an old Joker.
Oh yeah, I could see Dafoe play him easily.
What was that, Mads?
That would be good for another one. And yeah, Dafoe would be a good Joker. But yeah, a down the road, an established Joker would be honestly quite awesome. You know, just for the focus of the movie. And I was looking at Trey Courtney going, they did that because he was supposed to be supposed to rival Batfleck. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on me.
Yeah.
I feel like we got robbed of that. I wanted to at least see that, like Jared Leto's Joker, like have an interaction with Ben Affleck, just to see how that would play out.
I've seen some of the cut material from Leto, and I'm still not impressed.
I mean, but
Oh,
I
with
would
that-
say, and it does add a lot to scenes that felt like they were choppy.
Mhm.
I mean, from a writing perspective.
Okay.
Because the way they cut the film, you kind of do a jump and they're one place, and then all of a sudden they're another place, and you can see where there's damage and shit, but you get no context to what happened. It's very, very choppy as far as filmmaking goes, because you're like, okay, how the fuck did they get from here to there so fast? It's like an obvious cut in the movie, and that's just bad editing because yes, you can cut scenes, but you shouldn't make a cut that's so fucking dramatic that when you're in the movie, you can visibly notice where they cut the film. Because when they went from like that hallway to where they got into the main hall to fight Enchantress, I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. What did they fucking do? A fast travel? Because I did not see where they ran from here to there, and all of a sudden they're in this big room. It felt like they cut like a major scene from there.
Yeah, Jared Leto's Joker was supposed to be in that scene.
So, and I mean, this is the problem that Warner Brothers has had with these first, I like to call them beta movies, is that they had the shittiest editing in the world. Bring out the Zack Snyder cut.
Yeah.
That shit don't exist.
It does exist. You can actually find a lot of the cut footage.
That one for you, Lethal, if you're watching,
I'm
Zack
good on
Snyder
that.
for life.
Every film has a Snyder cut.
And
Fucking A.
Detox is sitting in a vault somewhere.
But it's like, you know, it's like I agree with what the Hound said here. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. The Joker is supposed to be entirely unpredictable. Leto was predictable, and I agree. I could see what he was.
Wait.
Do before he
So
did
you
it.
so you predicted him giving somebody a gift and that shit exploding?
Yeah. And just like I knew that he was gonna do something to Common, I didn't think he was gonna kill him, but I knew he was gonna do something after
I ain't think he was
the
gonna
whole.
kill him.
No, I didn't think he was going to kill him. I'll give you that, but I knew he was going to do something just of the way that they set up the scene. I mean, I think it was a combination of half-assed writing and very poor editing that hurt that film because it had potential. There's a lot of potential in there, and none of it realized. And the CGI was fucking atrocious.
I do like to see that extra scene, like where you see the Harley Quinn chasing after him, and he's trying to get away from the bitch, they get into an argument, and the dude that's a truck driver, or whatever, is yelling at him instead, and then Harley ends up shooting him. And shit.
Trey Courtney makes a good point. They wanted to make they wanted to make Suicide Squad Guardians Light because they wanted that MCU money. Fuck Warner Brothers. And I agree, but I would counter with an argument to that with the fact that James Gunn did do probably one of my favorite interpretations that have been done of a very dark, kind of gritty Superman-esque film, Brightburn. I love that fucking movie. I hope it did well enough. They're talking about making it like a connected universe of these dark tales, and I liked it. I liked the direction they took, and that was another like showing a superpowered being have a downward spiral, and I loved it. And I'm really getting into those kind of films. So I think if James Gunn brings something like that to Suicide Squad and makes it a little bit more gritty,
Did you see the set leaks?
For Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
I did.
Yeah, they're out there. They had one dude that looked crazy as hell.
I did, but it was all over the news here when they were filming it. So.
Oh shit. Yeah, they got it's a pretty deep cast. That's a pretty deep cast.
Yeah.
This is the thing. I think now that they see the R-rated formula is working, they should make the Suicide Squad 100% rated R, and like go balls out crazy.
Whoa. How do you make a movie 50% rated R? How do you make it 70% rated R?
Did I say 50%?
No, you said 100%. I'm saying, how do you make it anything other than 100%?
Oh,
50, man, you could do like the
rated R movie is Jennifer's Body, where they don't show none of the kills, but it's rated R.
No, what my point is, when you're at the theater, it just says R for the entire movie. Like the people that are allowed to go to the movie without apparently a permission slip, because you can do that nowadays.
Oh God! You know, speaking of that, I had 10 fucking teenagers in the last film of Joker.
I wish I had that one.
I didn't get Joker. What does it all mean? Because you're a fucking 11-year-old. Get the fuck out of here.
11-year-old.
Fucking kids. I don't get what it meant. It's just stupid. Like, so is he the Joker?
It's a choose your own ending adventure.
I blame corn syrup. That's a American Horror Story reference.
Yeah.
I blame corn syrup.
Butter actually puts up a good point that actually I completely agree with. The tattoos didn't work either. And that was my first problem with Leto's Joker, because the tattoos added more of a Justin Bieber feel to the Joker.
Oh, come on. No, don't be dissing the Biebs.
Yeah, don't be dissing.
Again, supernatural fandom. Dissing the Biebs is part of what we do.
Oh, shit.
Shouts to Bieber, man. That's my homie. I know him.
My condolences, son.
Spirits.
I mean, if they would have shown a scene of him getting the tattoo, and then right after he gets the tattoo, he shoves the needle in the artist's eye and then walks out, then I might have been on board with the tattoos.
Yeah,
I would say
tattoos are meant to like tell a story. Like, I don't want to know the backstory.
I'm cool with the tattoos. They should have just left off the face tats. It's just like, because the Joker has had tattoos in the comic books and stuff. So
yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. But I just wanted it to mean something. I want to see that little Easter egg or whatever. I guess I want it to connect somehow instead of them just being there.
Now, it gave it that trying too hard to look badass when the Joker shouldn't.
Yep.
The Joker doesn't need to look badass. I mean, he's already the Joker.
No, he looks badass with the suit.
What the Riddler was going to look like. He's going to have a bunch of question marks on him and shit.
Oh my god!
That's what it seemed like they were going for. Like all the different like Batman villains were going to look like dudes on the street or some shit. Like.
Speaking of which, you know what's badass?
Yeah, it's Gotham, not South Central.
You know what's badass, Perp? What's badass is, if you're new to this channel, hitting that subscribe button if you like the content, and also hitting that like button if you like the great entertainment we're providing.
So how many people got in the chat right now?
We got 11 people.
11 watching.
All right, so still nobody has guessed who this character is in my avatar. Mama Bear,
no, but we do have a new person to guess. Trek just got here.
Yep.
What's good, Trek?
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
I'd never remember that.
Again, he says it in his captain's chair episodes all the time.
Butterfingers got it. Butterfingers got it.
Oh, go!
I didn't see Perp's avatar.
Oh. So who the hell is Jester?
That's his name.
Who is he?
He's from Puppet Master. He
what
like
is
switches
Puppet?
his face
That's a movie?
around. He switches his face around.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Let me show you something.
Okay.
No, I'm
believe
good. Been a rough couple days, but doing better now.
That's good.
Yeah. Fuck
We're
it.
glad
I'm
that-
going to do the Supernatural review once I'm done here.
Ooh.
Well, I'm
And
part
if
of the
you-
fandom over there on Twitter. That's actually where the name came from. The Mad's name.
Oh.
Gotta represent.
Super chat from Jeffrey Turner, aka MegaJetty1. Super chat. Sorry I'm late, everyone. Does anyone here wish Freddy should have died in I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Yes.
Mega,
man.
great callback, man. That was awesome. That was awesome. If I'm not mistaken, didn't he get killed in number 2? No, I think he lived. Yeah, I think he lived. No, yeah, he lived. He wound up saving everyone at the end, but not his career.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't even remember. I barely remember if he was in the second one. The only thing I really remember about I Know What You Did Last Summer too was the same focus as the first movie. You know, Jennifer loves bouncing titties. So.
And boy, did we love that. I watched everything. I even watched that show with the 911 operators just for Jennifer Love Hewitt. I have no clue to this day what that fucking show is about.
She was on CSI for a season, and actually she was not CSI,
Now
Criminal
she's
Minds.
on 911.
Yeah, she was on Criminal Minds for a season. Actually, I liked the character.
Can we
I
talk
will tell you.
about-
Herb, it
Jennifer
seems
Love
like
Hewitt.
you've changed your face around.
Yeah, that's what he does. Like anytime, like if he's mad, he'll change his face to mad. If you like disrespect, or if you make fun of him or something like that, his face will look like that.
Oh,
Or if
when
he's
I get
worried.
mad, I change my face to mad too.
But
So
I
Perk, you're going
recommend.
for the creepy doll angle.
Yes, I was
That's
going
right.
to. I was going to do Blade, but I was like, that's too. That might be too obvious. People know who Blade
Well, not if you go with the sticky fingers version.
is.
Yo, when I saw that, I go, man, I love
The
Blade,
retro?
but this,
The retro puppet master.
yeah, man, that's on the nose. Jeffrey Turner, aka MegaJitty1, super chat. He lived, though he was suspected to have died at the end off screen during another sequel bait ending.
What are we talking about now?
He was
Freddie
talking
Prinze
about
Jr.
Yeah, Freddie
Okay.
Prinze Jr. Mega Jetty, take solace in the fact knowing that his career was horribly massacred.
Hey.
Yeah, but then
He
he
wasn't
got a
even a
role
good
in
Fred.
Star
Hey, Freddie.
Wars.
Freddie still got more money than all of us put together.
Doubtful.
Only at the moment.
Yes, until I take him out and then
You gonna take him out?
Disclaimer.
yeah, and then Sarah Michelle Gellar will be grieving, and I will be there in her time of need to console her.
Oh my god. It's like I'm gonna get me some Daphne.
Why is it always the
continue
focus
to
on
dream.
Daphne? Seriously.
Marsha.
Daphne is the second hottest one.
Velma was where it
Nah,
was.
At least in the
Velma's
movie.
bad, yo. Velma is
In the
a
movie?
baddie.
Or in the live action movie, whoever that actress is, between the two of them, I will take Velma every day.
Would y'all watch this Scooby Doo movie, right? Like Velma just gets tired of everybody's shit and she becomes a villain.
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
No, because they always bag on her, and she's the one who figures it out. Because Scooby and fucking Shaggy are stoned as shit, so they have no clue what the fuck is going
Right,
on.
she's the smartest one there. Everybody else is complete idiots. And,
Yeah,
like,
fucking.
all Daphne does is trip.
No.
She
They're not
gets caught by the
complete
bad guys.
idiots.
Yeah, she gets
Fred
tripped.
knows
She
how to
trips.
tie an ascot.
She trips. She gets caught by the villain, and she knows how to slay. So
Hell yeah. Yes, facts. I will take Sarah Michelle
she
Gellar
be
every
working them
fucking
hills.
day
She
of
be
the
working
work
them hills. She's the only one to be running in hills like that. Like, it's crazy.
That's because Buffy can do fucking anything. She has slayed my heart. The only reason why I ever fucking watched that show, when I first started watching Buffy, I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with Sarah Michelle Gellar. And then I started actually watching it, and I go, oh, Spike looks like Billy Idol. Okay, I like this show.
The first time that I ever watched Buffy, the very first thing that come to my mind was, that's not the chick from the movie. That ain't fucking Buffy. I was like, what the hell's going on here? And that was the first time I think I ever had it explained to me that movies and TV shows don't necessarily have to have the same people to be the same story. And I was like, oh, well, why is that? They're like, well, they can't always get the actors and shit like that. And I was like, oh, well, that's disappointing.
Not like she was doing anything else.
No.
Right? Like, what was that chick doing?
No, Sarah was not doing anything.
No, not Sarah Michelle Gellar, the chick who played Buffy in the movie.
Oh, that bitch, man. That was the only movie that I could think
Yeah,
of
what's she done since? Look her up.
Hold on.
Christy Swanson. And Perp, you have a request by Tommy.
Oh, yeah. When he gets back, I was going to say that to him. I didn't think he was dipping out to change his face again.
Okay, while he's out, I'll say it
super
for
chat from Mega Jetty. He says, looks like Freddy's ascot handed to him. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh my god.
Yes, also
was pretty big.
Did you get the one about the Rebels and true Star Wars fans as well?
Oh. Nope, I missed that one. Whoops. Another super chat from Mega Jetty one, because I missed it because I'm slow, I guess. Yeah, okay. But for those who love Rebels and true Star Wars, should we still accept a character voice by an ignorant douchebag? I don't say douchebag.
Yes, we should, because the person who's playing a character for a animated television show, you can't see him. It's not like he's physically in Star Wars being a douchebag. He's voicing a character, and he's never going to voice another character because Rebels is over. So he's just talking out of his ass.
Right. So even if we ever see Ezra again, it's not going to be Freddie Prinze doing it. I don't think they're going to go the Groot route and have him continue to do the voice and just, oh, well, you're a baby now, so we'll just tweak it up on the computer.
No, actually, they didn't tweak it up on the computer for Groot. That was Vin Diesel actually being able to do that.
Oh, he talked like a baby?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Groot.
Isn't that awesome? I am Groot.
That's spectacular. That makes me feel way better.
Okay, so I gotta say, Christy Swanson in her heyday, holy shit, she did movies I had no clue she did. She did Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Pretty in Pink.
No,
the program.
She did them, but like,
Hot Shots?
Was she a one-scene actress in them?
Yes.
Yes.
She was in the classroom in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Pretty in Pink. It was again similar.
Okay. Keep reading them off.
Dude, Where's My Car?
Yep, don't remember
she was
her
one
in
of the
that
girlfriends.
one. Okay.
Big Daddy.
The mom.
Where is she in that?
She's the mom.
Oh, okay.
8 Heads in a Duffel Bag.
Haven't seen that one.
I've never heard of it.
That's what Joe Pesci. He plays a mobster and he kills 8 people, and hilarity ensues because you gotta get this bag full of heads past these people. It's funny.
That would be why I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's like a mobster type movie, like Pesci does.
Only mobster type thing I really like to watch is Joker.
Oh, I mean, you don't even go like Godfather or Goodfellas or.
Nope.
Wow.
No,
I don't think I've ever watched either of those movies all the way through either.
I watched Scarface with my ex. That was enough.
She was in The Phantom.
Again, love interest.
Higher Learning.
Okay.
Higher Learning, sure.
When's that released? What is that movie?
1995. It's a great film. It's like an urban film.
Yeah, no clue.
Okay.
By John Singleton. And for the life of me, what she played? She played. Oh, she played Wide-Eyed Christy Connor, who's struggling to find themselves in a new
Sarah's older sister.
Yeah. Let's see. She played in Hot Shots, the original.
Oh.
And
Another
then a bunch
Randall.
and then
So what you're saying is she doesn't have
movies.
another major motion picture where she's the lead actor.
Not at all.
Okay, so she totally could have did the fucking show.
Correct.
They just didn't want her for it.
Or she was doing something at the time and refused the role, which
I mean, maybe, but I doubt
more
it.
than likely, she thought that it would open up other avenues for her, so she wanted to keep that fresh. I wanted to keep that open, so she's like, "No, I don't want to go down to TV when I could be a Hollywood star." Wrong answer.
I am the one.
Let's see if I can elicit the proper response. Perp, what do you think of Game of Thrones?
Trash.
You're welcome, Tommy.
Okay, super chat from Jeffrey Turner, aka Mega Jetty. True, he may be bad, but he's no Brie Larson. She's bad alone, but she also played a bad version of a character in a bad movie.
Yes, but here's okay. Everybody knows that I hate Brie
love
Larson.
Brie Larson.
Fuck you.
No, I caught it, Mega Jetty.
Wait. Zod, you watched Breaking Bad before, right?
Does a bear shit in the woods and wipe his ass with a rabbit?
Who do you think?
I got a bathroom.
Who do you think people hate more, Brie Larson or Skyler?
Oh,
Brie Larson.
Oh, I mean, if you're a fan of Breaking Bad, then Skyler. That bitch got on my nerves several times.
So you hate Skyler more than you hate Brie Larson because you love Brie Larson. I knew it.
Fuck you, PB. Fuck you.
All right, I want to play another guess again. Can anybody guess who this person is in my avatar?
I thought it was the same person. This is the game we're playing all night.
Yes.
Pumpkinhead.
It's a completely different movie. It's not Puppet Masters. I want to see where, you know what I'm saying.
Oh, now I gotta zoom in on the freaking little thing here so I can see this guy's face. It's got
Finger said the same thing. Pumpkinhead. Trey Courtney said trick or treat.
It's not a pumpkin, it's a bag.
Trey got the right movie, but
it looks like the Halloween version of Marshmallow.
Oh,
he's got a name though. It's pretty common.
I guess I don't know it off the top of my head.
I'll give you a clue. Green eggs and ham.
I will not eat that. I will not eat green eggs and ham.
Oh, so it's geez. Headless Horseman?
You thinking Sam Hain?
Butterfinger is 2 for 2 now.
Jack?
Oh, he said it?
Wait,
Sam.
Sam who? Who the hell's Sam?
What's the name for Halloween? What's the other day for Sam?
Sam Hain. Even though that's like mispronounced, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's short for.
Oh,
he's literally the spirit of Halloween.
Okay.
Speaking of the spirit of all things,
evil.
Thank you. Good segue. Or a vigilante. A Dallas cop wears the Punisher logo during an altercation at a public meeting. Fuck
Of course he did.
Fucking Punisher.
White House.
Crackers. No.
Yeah, escalates.
Disclaimer. The Punisher. The Punisher character is a pretty is a character with a pretty fraught history with relation to our real world politics. As in, he doesn't give a shit about them. The two intersect again this week as a Dallas police officer was seen wearing the Punisher logo during an altercation at a community oversight meeting. Oh my God, is this the video? No, this is just a recap. God damn you, I want to see the video. Anyways, they had during their first public meeting this week, and residents showed up to voice their concerns about law enforcement. Unfortunately, the floor was not open to community comments during the meeting. Police Chief Renee Hall and her department have found themselves under intense scrutiny after a high-profile cases have shown the department in a negative light. Amber Geiger was found guilty of murdering Botham Jean in his home after she mistakenly thought the apartment was her own. We covered that, and then shot him. Poor guy. Then the murder of Josiah Brown, who testified in the case involving Geiger, was a community searching for answers. The department maintains that it had no involvement in the murder, as they claimed that Brown was a victim of a drug deal gone wrong. Why is it? Okay, I'm going to stop
Why
right
is this
there.
pertinent?
Yeah, why is that pertinent, first of all, to what we're talking about? Thank you, Max. And secondly, why do the cops always use a drug deal gone wrong? That to me is like code for I shot that motherfucker and said he had a weapon.
Drug deal gone. It's dark. There's guns. There's drugs. There's money. There's a lot of room for error. You never hear about the great drug deals. You know, hey, 2 for 1. That's a great drug deal.
You never hear, oh, the drug deal went right. We just caught him. End of article. Yeah. That's it.
Super chat.
Oh, go ahead and read it before I get back to this.
Okay. So Jeffrey Turner, aka Mega Jetty, super chat. Fun fact: Halloween and Friday the 13th were inspired by the film Psycho. Jamie Lee Curtis is the daughter of the actress in Psycho, and the Friday the 13th music is based on Psycho's music.
Illuminati confirmed.
That was like 3 fun facts.
I gotta get a soundboard.
Fun fact trifecta.
After realizing that there would be no public comments heard by the board, members of the audience tried to approach the podium to say what was on their mind. Soon, a tussle broke out, and officers tried to clear the room. That means motherfuckers threw punches. In the resulting farce. What? Farces?
Let me pop off the chat for a second.
Oh, where are we at here?
In the resulting
fracas.
Fracas, thank you. Fracas. I only had one messed up. Count it. One Dallas PD officer.
I should learn some Spanish shit.
One Dallas PD police officer has a baseball cap with a Punisher logo on his back. Fuck yeah, go Jim. Dallas PD told the image was being actively investigated during investigating this incident as a violation of uniform policy. Fuck that. Jim had the right to have it on. Still, the optics might not be great for the community is trying to establish trust in their department after a tumultuous month. The character creator has spoken up this year about seeing the symbol of the Punisher on law enforcement and military vehicles. Fuck yeah. He thinks that the people are using the symbol are missing the point. Yeah, they kind of are. Frank Castle doesn't rule like that. I've talked about this in other interviews. Jerry Conway said in an interview earlier this year, to me, it's disturbing whenever I see authority figures embracing Punisher's iconograph because the Punisher represents a failure of the justice system. He's supposed to indict the collapse of social morale authority. And
Indict.
thank you.
I'm not even looking, and you said it, and I was like, wait a second, that's not a real word.
It's Candoran.
Me too.
It's Klingon.
And the reality, some people can't depend on institutions like the police or the military to act in a just and capable way.
Yeah, fuck the police.
Disclaimer: the vigilante anti-hero is fundamentally a critique of the justice system, an example of social failure. So when cops put Punisher skulls on their cars, or members of the military wear the Punisher skull patch, fuck you, okay? We were using the fucking skull patch before that, okay? It is a symbol of black operations as well, because we operate outside the jurisdiction of some countries. So don't give me that fucking shit that we embrace it. The fucking Punisher took his logo from Special Ops.
You tell him, Zod.
God.
Besides, so long as he ain't running around with, and I'm paraphrasing here, ninjas is trash, what does it matter?
Exactly.
I bet we never find out.
Okay, Trey, I can see you're craving for a good slasher. If you're looking for just some basic slashy, cheesy horror type stuff, check out the Sleepaway Camp series.
Or just watch American Horror Story 1984.
Okay.
Shit's lit.
I gotta read this super chat before you continue. Yep. From Butterfingers, he says, "Who would ever think a drug deal could go wrong?"
Ask Walter White. He did. Oh. Spoiler. Ask Heisenberg. That motherfucker dead.
Oh, goddamn. Alright, they are embracing an outlaw mentality. Whether you think the Punisher is justified or not, sure as fuck is. Whether you admire his code of ethics, I sure as fuck do. He's an outlaw. Yeah. He is a criminal. Fuck no. Police should not be embracing a criminal as their symbol. He's not
Did you
a criminal.
say fuck no to a vigilante isn't a criminal?
Yeah.
He be bodying
How is he
dudes.
not a criminal?
Vigilante is the definition of a criminal.
Like
No,
Batman
because
is a criminal.
Yeah, but is Batman really a criminal? Is
Yes.
he really? According to you, he doesn't
He's
kill
a
anyone.
fucking. He is a superhero who is a criminal.
He still puts the law into his own hands.
He don't go to the popo.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I didn't say that.
Batman ain't no snitch.
Exactly. Like, I'm not saying that these vigilantes are bad people. Like, I didn't say that the Punisher is a bad person. I didn't say that Batman is a bad person. But they're totally criminals under the rule of law that's established in the comics. Like, I'm not talking about in real life. I'm talking about in the comics. They're criminals.
But the police call them. I'm just saying.
That picture.
Well, yeah, they need help.
It goes without saying, Conway concluded. In a way, it's as offensive as putting a Confederate flag on a government building. Nah, man, come on, Conway.
Fucking Confederate
flag.
I guess you could eat a whole dick.
Like, come on.
Confederate flag.
My point of view is the Punisher is an anti-hero, someone we may root for while remembering he is an outlaw and a criminal. If an officer of the law representing the justice system puts on criminal's symbol on his police car, he shares challenge coins honoring a criminal. he or she is making a very ill-advised statement about their understanding of the law.
Yeah, Zod.
I'm a fucking villain, so which side of the argument do you think I was gonna land on?
You don't have to be a dumb villain.
Your
Oh,
flaws do not apply to
Uh.
General Zod.
PB
Nice.
gives Zod a
No,
break.
no
Oh, no, wait,
laws
Superman
applies
already
to
did
people
that.
with snap necks.
I'm okay.
Trey Courtney, that's funny. The Punisher symbol is the Confederate flag. We've reached peak 2019.
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh, right,
everything means something else. It never means the thing that it actually is.
Oh, yeah, like the OK symbol.
Yep.
Matt's Mama
Okay.
Bear, you can back me up on this because we're source material people. But the Punisher symbol was originally taken by Black Ops, which was what he was in. And in our in Black Operations, what it meant was exactly what a fucking skull is supposed to mean: death.
Man,
took
in
that
Black
out.
Operations, you sell at the corner.
Why is it Black Ops? Why can't it be White Ops?
Because
The military grade unit, perp.
Because
I
we'd be
know.
seen, perp. You can't be white as shit trying to sneak somewhere. Doesn't
You
work.
could. It's called Ghost.
Ghost is not white, perp. I watch Power.
No, it's not Ghost. Ghost is like the Black Batman.
He's talking about Casper.
Go around killing motherfuckers.
Oh shit, man! I'm just 102 episodes in now, and I'm still surprised YouTube has not pulled my channel. I am
Play
like,
some music. Play some music.
yeah. I'm gonna play the Star Wars music, and they're gonna be like, "Nope, forget all the offensive shit you say in a night."
3 strikes.
Yep, 3 strikes. It was a fucking Star Wars theme.
Exactly, Butters. Was this just the one cop who did it? If so, it seems like a nothing burger.
Exactly.
It's a cop wearing it off duty. It's nothing more than if he decided to show up wearing a beer T-shirt.
Yeah, so that's a great point, Matt. Say this guy was wearing a Budweiser T-shirt, right? And he had his ball cap on, and he wrestled someone to the ground. Are you gonna say that fucking Budweiser?
Is his ball cap red?
I know where you're going with this. No.
Hey, so if he could wear a Punisher vest or whatever the hell he was wearing, I could wear an FTP shirt wherever I go. Ain't offended by it.
I see what you did there, perp. No, I mean, it's all bullshit. It's like when you went to school and you go into high school and you wear one of those shirts and they're like, you can't wear that because it's offensive. Yeah.
I get that all the time. I'm like, fuck you.
I mean, why can't I wear my fuck you, you fucking fuck t-shirt into school? I don't know. Anyone got an answer to that?
No, they got it blown out of proportion. Now you can't even wear stuff that, like, you can't wear a Budweiser shirt to school because you're endorsing alcohol.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that bullshit. Butterfingers
That's what I'm saying.
another,
That's totally ridiculous.
Butterfingers brings up a good point. He says, off duty, oh hell, then it really is nothing.
You said duty.
Was like, I bring this up because this is just another condition of the media's bullshit. It's like, of all the things to focus on, let's not focus on the fact that they said a drug deal gone bad killed a witness that was instrumental in a case.
And people wonder why, like, people out that aren't from this country don't like us. we're the only ones to do this nut ass shit.
Staying out of that part of the conversation. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, damn it. No, I'm more
happens to
curious
me
about
all the
about the one where the cop thought she was going into her own apartment. That's the one I want to
Oh.
hear more about.
No. We covered this another night. It was basically this off-duty cop. Apparently,
I cracked the code.
Apparently,
Was that the ice cream one?
Yes.
Yes. And,
Seriously, what the heck was she on that she thought she was in her apartment?
look, I don't
Not
care.
ice cream.
You can't tell me that she was so fucking fatigued and the building was so poorly structured that she did not only go into the wrong building, she was on the wrong fucking floor.
I call
in the
shenanigans.
wrong parking garage. Like, what?
Like
How
I said,
the fuck
I
is that?
broke it down. I was like, she probably has done this. She's probably been doing this for a while.
Perk's theory is this isn't the first body.
Ice cream vigilante.
Yeah, the ice cream killer. LB, watch out.
That's my flavor. Pop out.
She was like,
serial killer.
she was like, fuck your strawberry ice cream.
And your strawberry daiquiris.
Oh, damn. Oh, my
I know
God.
he's probably going. He's probably listening right now.
He's like, this
Drop
motherfucker.
Pie's listening right now.
I mean,
Like, I see
maybe.
you, Perp. I see you.
Mm.
It's like, you know, vanilla ice cream is the code. Say it 3 times in the mirror. What?
And then I will have a waffle cone of vanilla ice cream. Because if that
Cookies
trick
free.
works, where the fuck has that been my whole life?
Oh,
That shit funny.
no, legend has it that if you say Bobby Singer 3 times in the mirror in the dark, he'll appear and smack the shit out of you for messing with ghosts.
That's how it should work. What are you doing?
You know, being that we're a little bit detracted, I'm gonna detract us further. Who the fuck? You know, my favorite movie is Candyman, but who the fuck got the bright idea that just for fun at a fucking party, every person, white people, Perk, would only be stupid enough to be like, you know what? I heard this rumor that if you say Candyman,
That's how it always starts.
yeah, this angry black guy with bees on him and a hook for a hand will come and kill me. Let's say it 3 times in the mirror.
Oh,
Or
right,
like,
bees, you know.
or like in American Horror Story, where they hear about the story of Mr. Jingles or the Night Stalker. What's the name? Richard Ramirez and stuff, and they want to go to this creepy ass camp. It was shut down for a reason.
Yeah, but look at Camp Crystal Lake. How many fucking times? You know what? In that fucking area, I know every fucking year they publish the newspaper, and then some dumbass goes,
No.
"Oh, you know what would be great? Let's go reopen Crystal Lake for like the 15th
No,
fucking time."
here's what kills me. Why does everybody want to fuck with a Ouija board?
Yeah, white people, bro. White people.
If I see somebody fuck with a Ouija board, I'm throwing that shit out and I'm throwing them out. I don't care if it's your house.
Only white people go, you know what would be great? You know what would be great, Susie? If we all gather around in a circle and then we just play with a Ouija board and see what happens.
You want to know how the black version would have played out? Be like, yo, such and such
What the fuck
owes
is
me
that?
$20. Such and such owes me $20. See where you at?
Let's summon him 3 times with a baseball bat.
They playing with witchcraft and shit. Like, there's so many chicks I know that be playing with that shit. I'm like, yo, that's on y'all.
There's a
That
difference
shit over
between
there.
witchcraft and Ouija board. I mean, Ouija board is just pure stupidity.
I don't fuck with none of that. Don't fuck with none of the spirits. They want to be at rest. Let them be at rest.
Yeah, man. You know, just
You
okay.
call out for You calling out the Bobby, and you end up getting Whitney and shit. Like,
That's
Bobby
the
Singer,
dream.
not Bobby Brown.
this ain't Billy.
Oh,
Your
old
voice
grumpy
sounds
white guy
different.
on Supernatural versus yeah, no.
Grandmother, your voice is so deep. It's a demon, bitch. Like,
Like it's just like, yeah, imagine you're a spirit. First off, you're just chilling in the afterlife doing whatever people is, and maybe you're pouring out a little liquor for Biggie or Tupac, right? You just chilling, and some dumbass rips you from your fucking wherever you're at chilling, and is like, yeah, I want to see this person, so I'm gonna fuck with like magic and rip them from a dimension that they're chilling
or
at, and summon them. They're like,
or
why?
like they see this old abandoned house and they want to walk in. My group of friends actually did this. They because there's just like creepy well, it's not there no more, but it's like in my backyard. There's like this house across the street. Lights would always be on for some odd reason. No cars there. So we go there in the morning, and it was like 4 or 5 of us. It's like, yeah, let's go in this house. I was like, nah, y'all can go. I ain't going in there.
He's like, I seen how this movie ends.
like in every slasher movie, why is it when you hear something, they don't just ignore that shit? You gotta go towards the creepy sound. or what kills me is like when they're in an empty house, they're like, hello? Hello? Nobody answers.
Because curiosity killed the cat, and all of these movies are full of pussies.
Dude, that was the biggest thing that pissed me off about old horror movies. To go in and they'd be like, Bobby, is that you? Bobby, if that's you, say something.
Bobby ain't here.
The motherfucker's pinned to the wall with a knife. Bobby ain't saying shit. If I go, hey, man, are you there? I'd be like, oh, well, okay, I hope everything works out.
Or somebody gets their neck slit, and like, are you alive? Or no. I seen this. You remember the movie the Skulls?
Yeah.
I seen some of the dumbest shit in there. Like, literally, they snapped you remember when they snapped the black dude's neck and they checked his pulse?
Wait,
okay,
what?
Stuff
When did that
actually
happen?
to make it look like a suicide, but the dude snapped his neck and he checked his pulse.
Wow.
But that shit like it actually happens. Like, I kid you not. Grade 6, we went up to a camp with my school, and we were doing this stupid ninja run thing, through the woods.
Okay.
Actual ninja run, not what the other guys use as a term for ninja. But through the woods, so I wind up slipping on like a pile of wet leaves or something, go tumbling down this huge hill. And one of my classmates, nice guy by the name of J.R. Smith, comes running down the hill after me. And he goes, Madeline, are you dead? And after a moment of being stunned, I start laughing. I'm like, if I was dead, do you think I'd answer?
You'd be like, yes, is this heaven?
Billy, no. I
love those questions. Are you dead? Yes, I am.
And don't get me started on kids in horror movies. My God, can we get like some smart kids? Like the smartest kids in a horror movie was the ones in Us, But the example of dumb kids in a horror movie is the original It. The way he said, my mom told me not to talk to strangers. Then why the fuck you still talking to him? Like, keep it moving.
Because he's trying to become not a stranger.
And I'll say in the new It, he deserved to get his shit 8.
Yeah, man. He told him like several times. I did not feel bad for that kid. It's like, motherfucker, he told you, and you said, "Oh, this guy doesn't look like." Let me go to the fucking part or the carnival where everyone fucking died. You
don't think a kid would ask like, "How is there popcorn in the sewer?"
Bro, just having a conversation with some random clown in the store. Nothing weird here.
Both kids never asked, "How did you get in there?"
No, perp. That shows society today. They should have Twittered that shit. Clown in a sewer, and it would have came back. Fucking run.
Or you know what kills me? They try to shoot somebody, and obviously it's not doing anything. Like, you're just wasting bullets.
Yo,
Yeah, the first one didn't take him down. Let's put the rest of the clip in.
That's what annoyed me about this show, Black Summer. This shit is so. They get to like one of the ending episodes. They all meet up. Like, all these different survivors meet up at this one spot, and they start unloading on one fucking zombie, and they all damn near miss, and none of them hit his head.
It's like, yeah, I know what you're talking about, and I go, fucking statistically, someone should have hit. Like, by the laws of averages, someone should have accidentally shot this motherfucker in the head. Nope, all chest shots. I was like, Jesus Christ. Now, writers, you're just getting outlandish here. There's no fucking way you're telling me not one motherfucker hit him in the head, even by accident, and said, oh, he went down.
Yep.
Let's aim for the head.
Y'all gotta see that movie Little Monsters. That shit's hilarious. Josh Gad had me dying in that shit. That shit is so funny.
Oh my god. Just like, speaking of some ridiculous shit, Star Wars toy designer.
What a transition. I was thinking of doing the same one.
I was going to say ridiculous nonsense. No, Biden, we're not saying it 3 times.
New Star Wars.
Biden, I see what you're doing here. I'm not going to get a man who sniffs my hair in the mirror. Ain't happening. I told Bitchy don't say your name 3 times in the mirror either. Fuck.
Foldable technology is the new hotness.
Oh my god.
You got foldable phones, foldable lightsabers. Everything's gonna be pocketable.
Star Wars toy designer addresses safety hazard of Rey's new folding lightsaber. Like, you could cut yourself, because that shit didn't make sense how she whipped that out. When the latest trailer of Star Wars Rise of Skywalker showed off a cloaked Rey brandishing a new folding double-edged lightsaber, it instantly raised a lot of questions. Many fans asked whether it meant Rey had gone to the dark side, or if it was merely a kind of Force illusion. No, we asked, why the fuck is her lightsaber doing that? That's what I asked. Not,
why not?
Oh my god, what does it all mean? PB, didn't you have a whole thing about the Swiss Army knife lightsaber?
What do you mean the Swiss Army knife blade? You mean the dumbest fucking lightsaber they've ever designed?
No, the stupidest lightsaber that ever designed was Count Dooku's. Like, what is the point of, you want to be fancy? Like, oh, my shit.
What do you mean of Count Dooku's lightsaber? Have you watched a single video breaking it down before, Perp?
It's still dumb looking.
Like, the fact that it sits at a slight angle compared to a typical lightsaber is what makes it special.
It's a G-spot lightsaber.
And he got killed, so he's trash.
Who didn't get killed?
Oh, man.
You tell me somebody who owned a lightsaber that didn't get killed.
But the rest of them were all normal. But Count Dooku's running around with a G-spot lightsaber. Come on.
That's funny.
That
could
be
very feel good.
Yeah, that could be a very useful lightsaber. Now I'm thinking I might need to invest in that.
General Grievous had 4. He still couldn't do shit. General Grievous had 4. He still couldn't do shit.
He didn't have 4 lightsabers that were like Count Dooku's.
No, but he had 4
lightsabers.
lightsabers.
He had 4 regular lightsabers.
He still couldn't do that well. He's trash.
He's a robot.
He's a trash robot alien, whatever the fuck he is. Fuck him and his mama.
Only from what we saw. I mean, how do you think he got those lightsabers? Because he didn't build them.
Hey, man. He caught somebody lacking. a bunch of weak ass Jedi's, a bunch of trash ass Jedi's.
Yeah, well, we can't all just magically learn how to do all of our skills through osmosis.
Hey, I'm pretty sure in a galaxy far, far away they had Google. So
Yeah, I can Google
now,
how to play quarterback in the NFL. That don't mean I can do it.
see now I just want to see a Star Wars movie where Perp is a Sith Lord. You get the
Well,
Vader
I'm
type
ready to-
music, you know, dun 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 dun. Yerp.
Darth Yerp. That'll be my name, Darth Yerp.
And then, like, could you picture the final battle? All of the Jedi gather into the throne room where Lord Yerp is, and he goes, and they're like, "We're finally gonna take you down," and he's like, "Y'all are trash."
End of movie. Fiend. Finished. Wrap.
Okay, what's going on with this special
No.
lightsaber?
But for Lucasfilm Senior Manager of Product Development, Chris Stern, the main question is how the team is going to recreate the collapsing lightsaber as a toy, because we have to turn everything into a fucking toy. There's my rant. That wouldn't become a mousetrap for kids' fingers. Well, we are in an age of stupidity.
Do kids even play with toys anymore? Like, because all I see them play with is with tablets.
Exactly.
Yep, and phones, or their parents' phones, or their parents' tablet.
Like a Star Wars tablet that goes beep bop boop bop that talks to them and shit. So they have a friend.
Oh, God, yeah, those damn talking apps.
That'd be good, because then you're saying, like, your kid won't grow up being lonely. People won't call him a loser. You know, you got a friend. You can be like, yeah, look, my you could customize any type of droid or whatever on it.
It's like, fuck you, I have R2 as a friend. IGN spoke with Dern at a press event leading to October 4th's Triple Force Friday, where the latest wave of
That's
Star
an
Wars
awful.
toys, for The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and Jedi Fallen Order all went on sale. While the toy versions of Rey's new lightsaber was not revealed at the event, nor was its existence even confirmed or denied by Dern, it was game to talk about the careful thought and attention that goes into making such challenging toys. While the folding lightsaber's design appears to offer ample room between the two sabers for a hand to comfortable hold it, the part where the two sabers connect presents a potential safety hazard. Those hinges on either end are the main area of concern when it comes to little fingers getting accidentally pinched. Oh God.
Nah,
Soy
man,
message.
Littlefinger got his throat slit.
Yep. R.I.P. Littlefinger. R.I.P.
Bad
You got
writing.
played. The best line of defense against a toy accidentally closing on your fingers is, of course, the safety team. It's their role in the toy development process to ensure no one gets hurt while enjoying their plaything from a galaxy far, far away. That sounded dirty. Every product is created for a specific age group, and then the product is designed with the appropriate safety precautions, meaning the version of Rey's folding lightsaber for kids would have to be designed to avoid any pinch points, as Dern calls them. This is all sounding kind of weird to me. Whereas the version made for adults would be a bit more true to the actual design. That's why the lightsaber of all kinds in stores. There are soft plastic ones that little kids can harmlessly smack each other with. Good to encourage that, Disney. And then there are high-end replicas with metal hilts
Yo, I
and
did
hard
on
plastic
lightsaber.
blades. Meant
I used
to
to-
Satan collectors. Huh?
Now I said I was one of those kids. You know what I'm saying? We got some lightsabers. We going at it.
Nah, man, I didn't do it the pansy way. I'm like, get me the real weighted lightsaber. We're gonna have an actual battle. Someone's gonna get fucking hurt.
The way my bank account set up. No.
Okay. Let me ask.
$500.
Let me ask a quick question to the chat, because I can see continue on track. Have I missed something here? Did you watch a Star Wars I missed? Which one? The Rey with the double-bladed lightsaber, or Darth Yerp?
No. Darth.
I'm just curious which. I'm just curious which one he's referring to.
How do we put it, PB? Darth Yerp is in production.
Oh, he's in development. He's in development.
Rated R, for real.
Coming out 2020.
Rated T for trash.
Your false powers are trash.
Final episode. Yoda comes face to face with his arch nemesis.
I sense trash in you. I come to purify you.
Turn elaborated on an important aspect of the design, functionality. Rey's new weapon does something unique among the lightsabers seen in the film. Looks fucking ridiculous. It's a toy.
That pop looks funny as hell.
It does. On it, it's on the toy's designers to find ways to replicate its switchblade mechanics. And there is the Mandalorian. Look at that beautiful thing. That shit is tough. Wait, let's
There's
see
no such thing as a tough pop.
Look at it. Oh my god. Yes! Yes, I want this fin pop right here.
He look like every other black dude.
I kind of do too.
No pops.
Dude.
The only kind of pops I want are push pops.
Who's this?
That was
supposed to be Rey.
Oh man, he doesn't even know his bay. Come on, Darth Perp.
Is that the Rose chick?
No, that was
Oh man, Rose is not in episode 9.
Scroll back. Yeah, one more. The androgynous one, yeah.
Okay, no, I see it now.
Yeah. Exactly.
I was just looking
Don't
at her
even
face.
know your favorites.
There's my boy right there. He's kind of.
He looked like a Star Trek. He looked like he's misplaced. He need to be in a Star Trek movie.
He looks like he had his Colt 45.
Don't tell me they gave him a solo mustache. Oh, damn.
He got a cape. He got a little cape.
Oh, yeah.
Cap and snitch on.
Holy fuck, what is this?
Oh, no, she's cool looking.
Zori Bliss?
Oh,
I think it's a new character. Spoiler.
I like the little, rebellion tattoo right there.
That looks dope.
It does.
I'll put that up.
What?
It's PB.
Oh, yeah. PB. We got PB.
That's PB.
Oh.
PB.
You got no beard. You got no beard.
If you cut off your beard, that's what you look like.
Young PB.
I'll take it.
Lightsaber's the wrong color, but yeah.
I think these are just the shit that they unveiled. Yes! Yes!
Oh my god.
Boba Fett / Mandalorian. Yes. This is what I will be sporting fucking tomorrow. Immediately, I'm running out and finding these. I'm going to fucking.
Okay, stream's over. Wrap it up. He's got to go buy something to wrap himself up.
Yeah. I'm sorry, gotta end this stream. I gotta immediately find those fucking boxer briefs. God, and look at how comfortable they look.
That's the type of
Dude, they look like they're for a 10-year-old, so they'll probably fit you fine.
Oh yeah.
Zod's the type to buy stuff and just put it underneath his tree and act surprised. Like he ain't buying that shit.
Oh man, I didn't know I was getting this.
Good
What's
job.
that? Skeletor? Skeletor and somebody else irrelevant?
Yeah.
This motherfucker. I tell you, the most iconic guy in all of film history, irrelevant.
Who? Darth Vader?
That's
Oh,
right.
Even though he's the Emperor's bitch.
At what point was he the Emperor's bitch?
He's always at his side. Why?
When
I
he
was like,
was
why?
throwing him down the big fucking reactor.
Took him the last movie. He could have done it in the first movie. You're like, all right,
He
you taught me.
He could have done it. Anybody could have done it at any point if you want to say it like that.
He was right there with him though.
Okay.
whole
No,
time.
Yeah,
seriously.
being there
30
with
years.
somebody don't make you their bitch. I didn't see Darth Vader going out to get his coffee.
He was the Emperor's hoe for 30 years.
Okay. Serious, slightly off-topic question. What color lightsaber would Darth Europe have?
Oh, I had a purple one. I'm still
Purple,
up right
yeah.
off of Mace Windu. Like, yoink.
Nah, man, you got to be a lightsider to have purple.
No,
There's the question.
I'm having purple because I'm gonna take that shit.
Like a red purple? Or...
Nah, I'm gonna be like Revan.
Nah, man, your
I'm gonna have
Disney
a
Star
purple and a
Wars
red
told
one.
me that these dark side people make all their crystals bleed.
Yeah.
Is that evil?
Because the active evil fractures the crystal, which makes it glow red.
Which is
I want a
pathetic.
lightsaber that it's black, but the aura around it is purple.
Now he's created an entire new kind of crystal just so he can have a sweet
y'all ain't
saber.
got this. Y'all ain't got this. I ain't telling you where you can find one of these.
Oh, okay. So let's finish this up. It has to function over and over again, so we want to make sure the quality is there. Jared said we might have to engineer it a little tighter than what was perhaps originally in development, just because you want that action to happen, to be clean and precise each and every time. This whole thing has sounded dirty to me. But once they figure it
Look at this
out,
trash ass. This is Lego. Look like Gizmo. Look like a gremlin. Oh, look like no goddamn Yoda.
The fact it's a double-ended toy is not helping the fact that I'm trying to stay off the dirty here.
I know, just the way he says it, I don't know whether he's creating a toy or a new toy. Like, Dern, man, I'm feeling you're not marketing this towards kids whatsoever.
Now freaks.
Ray's new lightsaber doesn't sound like it belongs in the hands of children. Does sound like we could have some fun with that.
These are toys strictly for your mom.
Toy Story 6, Buzz and Woody meet Buzz and Woody.
Oh, Jesus. That is not a fun, family-friendly film.
I never said it was.
That just scarred me.
Oh my God, and I'm thinking of the thing, You Have a Friend in Me.
Oh my God.
Now you know what it means.
It went dark. But once they figure out how to make the lightsaber unfold, like we've seen in the trailer, the design team then has to run through numerous tests to make sure it works properly, and again to make sure it stays. Well, initially concerned with Ray's new saber pinching fingers, Dern pointed out, and other potential hazards that the team has to take into account.
They should just keep that feature in there and let it pinch them. Be like, all right, read a book. Stop playing with goddamn toys. Read a book.
Well, my generation had lawn darts. We're worried about a couple pinched fingers.
That's right.
I remember a joke that Dennis Leary once said. He goes, remember back in the day when your parents didn't buy you toys that were for kids? They were fucking weapons. And he goes, I got a bow and arrow set. And I don't mean the fucking plastic bow and arrow set. I mean a real life, you shot Indians with an arrow set.
Even super soakers, yo. If you got the expensive ones, them shit. So you pump them shits all the way up. You hit somebody with that shit.
No,
That shit's
perp.
cool.
That was a
There was-
fire hose.
Disclaimer.
See,
There was so
big
many toys banned in my house because me and my sisters would use them on each other.
soccer boppers. Soccer boppers is dead.
I'm saying toys, but no, we even had knitting needles banned for
Oh,
a while
wow.
there.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's
All right,
bears
we
gone
can't
wild.
trust you fucking children. No more knitting.
You know, I always found that funny. You know, they always want to promote like gun laws and stuff, but yet we still selling Nerf guns to kids.
Kind of a mixed signal there.
Like they literally, I see the shit. They got like a Nerf sniper. I'm like, who the fuck you hitting with that?
Oh yeah.
Y'all really
I
out
want to
here.
hit a motherfucker from 3 football fields away. If fucking Tommy is over state lines, I want to look down the scope.
I can see the camera
Look out, Tommy.
right now. See a little ass kid lining up a shot.
He's like, this motherfucker went on vacation. I'm gonna snipe him real quick.
I'm gonna cancel Christmas on his ass.
What? Tommy picked on you one too many times. Now you're gonna pick him off with the Nerf
Hell
gun.
yeah.
Come on.
That shit would be on. That shit would be on the fucking 6 o'clock news. It'd be like, today a child was sniped from a football field away with a Nerf gun.
Like we just played Duck Duck Goose.
Oh, anything that is spring loaded and has to go through really vigorous testing as well. Oh my god, this article doesn't get better just as well because you have the potential to build up energy. Oh, Turn, you need to pick your words better, man. Is there another thing to watch out for when unhinging Ray's folding saber? If and when it's released as a toy, make sure it doesn't whip out and whack you or anybody.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh shit!
Pretty much don't get mollywopped.
Oh my god! Oh, that was a great. Oh Jesus Christ! So
Who edited that?
yeah, like I know the person who edited that article was not thinking, man, this sounds like the new sex toy coming out.
Oh, I thought you were saying you knew the person, and I was like, oh, well, that would make sense.
Zod sources, baby. Zod sources
Yep.
at work.
Only Zod sources can edit an article that precisely.
Y'all
Oh
are
my
still with
God.
us in the chat, right?
Oh, I mean,
Oh.
I
Haven't seen
think
anything
so.
else.
Shots in the chat. They probably sleeping right now.
Yeah.
It's all
Nah,
good.
man, they can't be sleeping through Ray's new sex toy.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Ray's toys.
You can't tell me you read that article and you don't think, like, after the first fucking line, you're not thinking, man, this is getting dirty
No,
fast.
I never think any article is sexual when I hear you reading it.
Hey, I have a smooth voice. Goes down like some Coke 45.
I don't stumble
No.
and bumble in
No.
the bedroom.
Neither do I.
We're
No, no.
not all
No, smooth voice. You're
semi-retarded
talking.
villains.
You're talking smooth voice. You're talking Lord Callus. Now there's a smooth voice.
Lord Callus does have a smooth voice.
Serious.
That is facts.
Lord, Callus is literally like the mix between Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. If they were-
Oh shit!
Little Barry White added in there, you know. Seriously.
I was gonna say that's a strange combo.
It works.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was the last article of the night because fuck, my funny segment was when like Candace wasn't here.
Yeah, so you ended it on a sex toy.
Well,
Yeah.
it's better than ending it on some depressing article.
This is true.
How about Grace Randolph with them Twinkies?
Oh God, I
I don't even want
I was
to
like, ooh.
I gotta say, I have never loved Twinkies more in my life.
Jesus.
I was like, I hope she like chocolate Twinkies.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna slide in her DMs tomorrow, yo.
I'm not
Like,
sure.
what's
I
up,
did
G,
not
baby?
know she
I'm like,
was
what's
in the
up,
New
G,
Jersey area.
baby? I'm like, what's up, G baby?
I don't think your reviews are biased. No, I got some breaking news. Oh fuck. Oh, this seems like a pretty good stop point. We talked about offensive
We
shit.
talked about
sex
everything.
toys, Star Wars,
Flat.
Yep.
horror
Star
movies.
Wars sex toys. It's about damn time.
I will neither confirm nor deny that they are a thing. I wander into all sorts of weird parts of the internet.
Oh wow.
You can find Ray's toys on the black market.
Oh, that's just you, darling.
That Switchblade. Oh Jesus. That Switchblade toy. They left out the part where it wasn't in development; it was in testing. Like that shit's already done. Someone's having fun with that lightsaber right now. Someone.
I'm not sure if the mechanism works right. I need to take it home for further testing.
Do you think
What's
they're
this
hearing?
level 3 deal?
It's when you got to that point, where they bring it home and whip it out. Really, you guys are just trolling us now.
Hey, Freddie Princess Jr. says Star Wars is for kids. Yet Toys R Us was destroyed by plastic Ticos.
No. Hey, Keith, take that back. You do not talk about my princess, the queen, my future second wife, Rose Tico. Okay, I love Rose with the passion of 1,000 burning stars.
Yeah. He's saying that she's so powerful she was able to destroy Toys R Us.
That's right. They couldn't handle the magnificence that is Rose Tico.
That is a potato sack.
Oh God, the potato sack. I can't even get started.
Got sand in the potato salad.
Oh, my beautiful.
I mean, I've never seen a sack with a belt until then.
Oh, and she rocks that belt like a fucking boss.
Cinch that motherfucker at the waist. Go to work. It's time for some ball shockery.
See, this is why me and EBS have to have a battle, because I claim Rose Tico and he does too, and I think we're gonna have to fight to the death to see who will win Rose Tico's heart.
Y'all can keep
Yeah,
her.
except I'm pretty sure he's claiming her ironically. Whereas you're like, yeah, get me some Kelly Marie Tran.
Oh, yeah. So let's go down the line and start wrapping this up.
It's about that Ray life.
Oh, God. Speaking of which, we'll start with the most ridiculous motherfucker on the panel. Perp, tell us about your channel, where we'll
I'm
find...
not ridiculous. I'm reasonable.
we'll find unreasonable videos about your love for Ray.
I'm about to, yo. I'm about to make a video, be like, I love Ray. She is bae. I'm just gonna say some cringy ass shit. But yeah, it's been perp. It's cool, man. It's cool out here chilling. Shouts to the chat.
Okay.
That's it? Excellent.
Oh no, I was done.
Oh, jeez.
What are you chewing
I
on?
was just thinking. But yeah,
Wow.
I'm done.
Stupid.
Oh, you ain't got nothing coming out this weekend?
Walking Dead probably, if I feel like it. Power,
You ain't
definitely.
doing anything on Sunday night? No live stream?
No, I can't live stream.
No, like you're not going to be on a live stream Sunday night?
Anime. Maybe. Max maybe in the future.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm trying to
Jesus
lead the
Christ.
witness here, and he will not allow it.
Oh my God.
I'm at like 50%, so
Fuck me. All right.
Not my job.
But it
Speaking
is
of-
your job to plug yourself next.
Yes. Hey y'all, Mads Mama Bear here. You can find me both on YouTube and on Twitter at Mads Mama Bear. Actually, and then very shortly, I'm going to be putting out a review, with spoilers, to the Supernatural season 15 premiere. Probably in the next couple of days, I'm going to do a twofer for Batwoman as well. Okay,
Ooh.
and that. As for any other appearances, I don't know at this point. So, yeah, that's what they were going at, Perp.
Oh, so yeah, you can also catch her here in the fandom zone.
Yeah.
When I can wrangle the bear from the forest here, because a travel between the fandom zone and the woods is a long fucking way.
Yeah, I'm probably also going to be on Second Street Marvel's stream morning movie chat some point this week. And beyond that, I'm not sure. So, yeah. Herb, are you doing something with Zod and Fatal J on Sunday?
I'm not sure.
Jesus Christ, such a
50-50.
terrorist.
No comment.
God
I give
damn
up.
it.
TMZ, no comment.
PB.
Yep,
like to be
I'm
a mystery.
PB. You can find me at Pop Culture PB on YouTube and on Twitter. And you can find me 5 nights a week in the fandom zone with General Zod and anybody else who he happens to send the link to, or I send the link to because he gets distracted by unicorns and shiny objects.
Facts.
But yeah, other than that, I don't know what I'll be doing over the weekend. Hopefully I'll be releasing a couple videos talking either about Star Wars or maybe Batwoman.
Sports.
What?
I like the sport. I like your sports rants. Them shits are hilarious.
Oh, so I need to do more sports rants. There
You
will
do that
definitely
yourself.
be another Troy Aikman rant because I watched the game last night and he is being extra dumb. So you can definitely look forward to more sports rants about Troy Aikman being a fucking terrible commentator. Sorry, Jamie Vick. She's not here, but maybe she'll hear it later.
And of
you
course,
you can also find PB in the woods picking berries.
Jesus Christ.
I love raspberries.
Yeah, fresh raspberries are the bomb.
And of course, as you guys know, today and Sunday, I will not be doing the late night talks, but I will have a sarcastic nerd here on Saturday to talk about her channel, and also there may be a special guest.
Who's the sarcastic nerd?
It might be a miss. That's a sarcastic nerd.
Oh, okay.
So I'll have Miss Sarcastic Nerd on here where I'm going to talk about her channel, and she's done some really funny reviews and reactions and things like that. So we'll dive into that. And I like to consider myself like Walter Cronkite and do one of those hard-hitting interviews. Yes, because Zod does not have to pronounce your Earth names correctly. Also, also, I may be doing another villain stream randomly. Zod does not announce when he does his villain streams. You will just be notified when you are notified. And also,
usually 15 minutes after the fact.
Yes, Zod approves. Anyways, we will also be dropping here in the fandom zone a couple of reviews, like a shit ton of them that I've had waiting now for a while. I'm going to do my up to now review on Power. I'm going to do a review on Undone Season 1. which is an amazing
No.
show, and I Undone on Amazon.
What's that like? Is that some like Cinemax shit that comes out?
No,
like
it's just an unfinished show. It's undone.
No, it stars the girl from Battle Angel, Alita, and the dude from Better Call Saul. And it's about a girl who gets into a car accident and discovers she has the ability to alter points in time. It's a very engaging show, and I will explain why you should be watching it, along with Amazon. And I will do a review on Hannah season 1 as well. So, if you want to check all those out, stay tuned. And also Sunday, watch more anime. Fatal J,
Super chat.
and Perp, who's on the panel right now.
Maybe.
Cool. Read that super chat.
I gotta check my Palm Pilot.
Fuck me. Super chat from Mega Jetty 1.
I got hoes lined up. So
Super chat from Mega Jetty 1. Okay, I'm off to bed now. Good night, y'all. Good night, Mega Jetty. And
Mega Jetty.
Good night, Jeffrey.
Also, some of the Phantom Zone Bridge crew wasn't here, but check out Proper Jeremy, and he's got some fun stuff that he does over there. I hear he talks about bullshit.
I didn't put any fucking links in here at all.
And also, definitely go check out the rest of the fine folks who have been on here. Go check out Candace's channel because, yeah, she's up and coming, and she might be popping in here a week from now to do an interview with General Zod. So, anyways, that's all I got for y'all. As always, remember the one and only rule here in the Phantom Zone: kneel before Zod.
No.
I ain't doing that. That's what you got a unicorn for.